Good morning. Happy Sunday. Welcome into another Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 live stream. Welcome to Dublin. And welcome to a very, very smooth MK Studios Dublin. This is crazy. I still cannot get over at how much smoother Sim Update 4 has been, at least on my system. It is ridiculous. I did a flight last night. Well, I did a test last night in Anybuild's San Antonio. San Antonio has been one of the worst optimized airports within the sim, period. It doesn't matter what plane, it's just awful. Really, really bad. High VRAMs, massive stutters. That's a big old Aer Lingus. And I was getting super smooth FPS. Even when I had maxed out at 97% of VRAM, I was still getting super, super smooth FPS. It's wild. Now, the question today is the following. I'm getting some stutters all of a sudden. The question today is not MK Studios Dublin. It is not BeyondATC. It is not Sim Update 4. And for that fact, it's not even Flight Sim 2024 at all either. It's this plane here. It's this plane, what we refer to as the Anybuild's A306 Premium Edition. This is the plane in question today. This is the plane that we did on a stream, was it last Sunday? And, well, you know, performance wasn't great. Now I'm down a couple frames right now. It's not silky smooth anymore, but we know that in the previous test, it's when you're outside in the cockpit that things just go all crazy, at least from a certain distance, and then it kind of figures out its life, which it just did. So that issue is still apparent, and I knew that issue wasn't going to go away, at least with SimBrief 4. That needs to be an update that any builds has to do. But it is substantially better than what it was when I was dropping down to, what was it, 44 frames or something like that? Down from 100 frames. I'm sitting at 98 right now with 78% utilization of my GPU, 70% of my VRAM. So very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's see what we got going on in chat here. We have Will, welcome on in, Will. Can you show the A340? J. Russ, welcome in. Let's see, P2, welcome in. Maddie, welcome on in. And Irishman, good morning. Irishman's been doing so many flights with his first week of vacation almost behind him and getting ready to start week 2. Now, of course, today we are using APL. We're also using that is APL. We're also using New Sky. We'll have BeyondATC going as well. And so this flight is going to be, if anyone wants to join, it is multiplayer, the West server, US West server. We're doing Dublin, and we're going to London. So airport codes are EIDW into EGSS. So Echo India Delta Whiskey to Echo Golf Sierra Sierra. And I'll be taking the 306. You can obviously choose whatever you like. This is a short first hop. The second one's a little bit on the longer side. It's about 550 or so nautical miles. And that flight is, we're going to be testing Detroit. And it's a freeware on FlightSim.to. I haven't tried it at all. I haven't even booted into it. We're going to see how it performs compared to the Anybuild's Detroit that you spend, you know, whatever it is, $20 or so to see how that seems to be. Irishman, Lex, you need to beat me on this flight. Oh, you're already up in the air? That one is still broken with the update. Yep. I'm starting out on a massive high. All right, so let's go ahead and hop into the cockpit here. And I still feel that the performance of this plane is going to be substantially better. But there are still going to be issues, I think, with this plane overall. So let's go ahead and get going with this plane. We're going to click on that button. We're going to go to My Flights. We're going to import from SimBrief. And then we're going to go to Weight and Balances. We're going to go to Postal Freight. We're going to update from SimBrief. Apply to the aircraft. Give it a couple seconds. We're going to sync it and sync it. Very good. I'm going to go to takeoff over here. We're going to go to sync calculate, unable to perform takeoff. Uh-oh, that's not good. Hold on, runway. Runway 28 right. Now calculate. There we go. Now we're cooking. I'm going to go over here to the weight and balances. We're going to need this information here shortly. Up here to the top, we're going to go to external power is on. Battery 1, 2, 3 are all on. Up here at the top, we're going to go nav on, nav on, nav on. And Maddie with the $5 US. Thank you, Maddie. Here is to all the broken planes in Flight Sim. That's fantastic. Thank you, Maddie. That's oh, all the broken planes in Flight Sim. Let's go and start the APU. And we'll get the heat rolling. Standby compass is on, and we're going to go emergency exit lights on. Seatbelt sign on, no smoking sign on. And that all is looking grand. Next, we're going to go on down below here, and we have to align the IRSs. But first, we got to get our flight plan in there. To do that, we go to Menu, ACARS, SimBrief, and then we should have that in there. We're going to go ahead and clear out the error messages now. Cool. And then we're going to align the IRS. Fantastic. And then we're going to go over to the next page, and we're going to go ahead and click on block. We're going to click on zero fuel weight. We're going to put in our zero fuel there. And that, I think I used the top one here. I'm not sure which one you're supposed to use. I used 27.3. I don't know if that's right, but that's what I put in. 27.3. Pop that in there. Perfect. Next. Okay, so we're back on this page. We're going to go to, oh, clear that out. We're going to go to takeoff approach, and we're going to put in our V speeds. To get that, we go back over here, and we're going to click on this guy. We're going to go to takeoff, and it's what does that say? 158 and 161. Hold on, that's not right. Yeah, 158, 161. 158, 161. Bam. We'll go to flight plan here. We'll go ahead and put this information once we get clearance from BeyondATC. I don't know where cargo actually parks here at in Dublin, but that's where I parked. The goat, yeah. Maddie is the goat. Okay, so we have that all set up there. APU is available. Fantastic. We can go and disconnect the AP. Or sorry, let's go and get clearance first. Over to clearance. Frequency doesn't exist. Oh yeah, this plane has that issue. Dublin delivery. Hello from FedEx 5201 Heavy. We're ready for IFR clearance to London. Does FSFO have this plane?
Heavy, Dublin delivery, expect runway 28 right, PSIT 2 Juliet departure. Squawk 0711.
0711.
PSIT 2 Juliet departure.
Runway 28, perfect.
Squawk 0711.
Alright, external power
FedEx
is off. Let's get those
heavy.
batteries rolling.
FedEx 5201
We're gonna go flip some switches here.
Correct. Contact ground 125.885.
Alright, once we have those going, let's go over here to the left. Ground power. Disconnect this jazz. I didn't see. We'll look at it after this flight. But on the 350, I thought we were able to disconnect the ground stuff in the plane, like the pitot heat stuff and the covers, like all the covers. I didn't see that option in the 350. I thought that was supposed to be in there. Okay, so let's go over here to Dublin and runway 28. Let's see, right for departure. The Peasy. That's going down below.
Gemstone 16
to Juliet.
On our way to Isle of Man Airport.
Isle of Man Airport. Ooh. Perfect. And then we have no transition. So we're going to insert. Let's swing on down to the bottom here.
Squawk 5341. From 1 November departure.
There's our arrival airport via runway 22 ILS. And I'm using the default airport here. I know there's I think Indian Builds makes an add-on here, but I don't own that one. Which one are we doing here? Romeo, yeah, Romeo. Doing this one here. Transition is not on here, so we're going to go ahead and insert. Cool. Okay, that's all set up. And then, up here, we're going to hit this guy. We're going to go here. And then we're going to climb, let's see, departure. Okay, so we got our departure clearance. I'm going to go ahead and just put in our altitude, which is 370 on departure. That's crazy. Or SID, at least. Alright, climb altitude is 370. And then we're going to put in our flex info. That's over here on the side. So we're going to flex it. Going to go to takeoff. And flex is 63. Whoop.
Shamrock 119.
63.
Looking to pick up our clearance to Washington Dulles Airport.
Okay, 63's in there.
Shamrock 119,
Altimeter set and
Dublin
checks.
information, India correct. Expect runway
Okay.
28 right, Anchor 2 Juliet departure.
I think we're ready to go.
3503.
Oh, gotta hit this little button. I'm doing this all by memory. I'm not even using my checklist.
Squawk
I
3503.
did my 350 flight yesterday. I did my
Shamrock
checklist.
Shamrock
It's been so
119,
long
read
since
that
I've flown the
correct.
350.
Contact ground
Took me a little bit, but once I got
121.8
into
ready
it,
for
like, it was a lot of fun.
pushback or engine start.
A lot of fun.
Ground 121.8 when ready. Shamrock 119.
Dublin, negative. It didn't switch us over to
Ryanair
ground.
587 Alpha. IFR to Reina
Alright,
Sofia
ground,
Airport.
28 right, switch us over.
All aircraft be advised information Juliet now current.
So this plane has an issue where it's
101.
not automatically changing the comms. Dublin ground, FedEx 5201 heavy, ready to push back an engine start.
Gemstone 16 Mike. Taxi for departure.
Currently flying the Flight Sim Studios 195, but it's broken also. Ooh. TJ, welcome on in.
November.
Happy Sunday to you. I've been flying
Runway
GA
28
more.
right,
The
taxi
commercial planes I
via
love
Kilo.
are broken.
November. Gemstone 16
Yeah.
Mike.
It's sad, like, the state we're currently in. We have good planes, and then we have some issues with some other
Heavy,
planes.
Dublin ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
That's why you can always rely on the good
Pushback
old
approved, face east.
steady
FedEx
Phoenix or the
5201
iFly 737. Those are pretty much the goats that are
16 Mike.
gonna almost
Contact
always
Dublin
work.
Tower 124.68.
Almost always work. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and push back. We'll push back
Contact
here.
Tower 124.68. Gemstone
Release the
16
parking
Mike.
brake. Request a pushback. Pushback is commencing up here at the top. We're gonna go ahead and get the bleed going.
Ryanair 587
We're gonna go ahead and go here
At
to
ramp 6
Bravo
left.
and start engine number
Request
2.
pushback.
It's gonna switch to open. And then
Ryanair
after it open,
587 Alpha,
we're gonna monitor the
Dublin ground,
N2s
pushback
down
and
here, and
engine
at
start
20%, we're gonna
approved. Face west.
introduce some fuel.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face west. Ryanair 587 Alpha.
Alright, there's 20%. Introducing fuel.
Ryanair for November, Quebec.
Oh, start the flight
At
with
ramp
News Guy.
416, request pushback and engine start.
And then here's Terra.
Ryanair for November, Quebec, Dublin ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Yeah, I don't know. This seems to be pretty heavy on the
Pushback
frames,
approved.
folks.
Face east.
I don't know.
Ryanair for November, Quebec.
It's also not a fair test because I'm also streaming.
Nordic 6 Charlie Mike, at ramp 137 Bravo, request pushback.
And we're going to hear a
and
click
engine
here
start.
momentarily. The screens are going to go black. And then we're going to go ahead and switch over
Nordic
to
6
engine number
Charlie
1
Mike,
to start.
Dublin ground, pushback approved.
Alright, engine number 1 starting up. We're going to do the same thing, watching the
Pushback approved.
N2s.
Face southwest, Nordic 6 Charlie Mike.
Yeah, it's getting pretty rough here now. We'll see what happens in the sky.
For 96, ramp for 15, request pushback and engine start.
Shamrock 496, Dublin ground, pushback approved. Face northwest.
Pushback and
Alright,
engine
there's
start
20%. It's
approved.
going down
Northwest,
here.
Shamrock
Engine number
496.
1. Flaps 1, flaps 2. Is the clock clocking? Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. How is it broken? Well, we're not sure.
Ryanair
The drone
587
cam was
Alpha.
broken
Request taxi
when
to
we
the
last
active.
tested. Like if you go outside and you look at it from a certain distance, the frame's just like cut in half and the main threads are out of control. I think that's still present here in this, in Sim Update 4,
Runway 28 right via Alpha.
but I am not 100% sure.
Charlie, Kilo, November, Ryanair 587 Alpha.
Dublin ground, FedEx 5201 heavy, ready to taxi to the active. Alright, landing lights are coming on. Or sorry, taxi lights are coming on.
Runway 28 right, taxi via Charlie, Kilo, November.
APU is off.
Runway 28 right via
Switch
Charlie,
us over
Kilo,
to
November,
continuous.
FedEx 5201
Bleeds are
heavy.
off. Galley's on. And I think everything's
Ryanair
grand.
November, Quebec. Request taxi.
Yep. Okay.
Ryanair
I don't understand. Is my clock clocking?
right, taxi via Charlie, Kilo, November.
Run. It's on run.
Runway right via Charlie. Kilo, November, Ryanair for November, Quebec.
I think it's that one.
6 Charlie Mike. Request taxi to the
Yeah,
active.
it's like... I don't know. It's not very smooth right now. But it could be BeyondATC traffic. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. It's okay. Taxi via Charlie Kilo November. Charlie Kilo. Okay, so we're just going to do the long one here. And we're just going to follow probably this Ryanair in front of us.
Kilo, November, Nordic 6 Charlie Mike.
Shamrock for 96. Request taxi to the active.
If this Ryanair moves.
Shamrock 496. Runway 28 right taxi via Bravo 1. Foxtrot 1. Foxtrot, Foxtrot 2. Foxtrot 3. Foxtrot inner. Charlie. Key.
Gotta go clean the house. Thanks for coming in, Maddie. Appreciate the $5 US as well. Really, what's the difference in SimBrief Bay 4? Oh, it's the performance is like crazy improved. Crazy improved. It really is night and day. It's night and day. I was blown away the very first flight.
Hold position for traffic.
I'm holding position.
Hold position, FedEx 5201 Heavy.
All right, come on, Ryanair. Oh,
Ryanair 52 November.
all right, Ryanair just disappeared.
Ryanair 52 Lima November, Dublin ground.
All right, we'll go ahead and continue. I know they said hold position, but there's no plane around us now, so. Oh,
Pushback approved. Face northwest.
Rumpelstiltskin, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. All right, we're going to take this down to Kilo. We're going to take a left on Kilo and then a right on November to follow November 1.
20 Charlie. Request pushback.
I feel like I'm missing something. You ever, like, do one of those flights you're like, I swear I'm missing something. One big step. Oh, I know what.
Back and engine start.
Down here, we hold this little button, see if that's fixed.
Shamrock 953 heavy.
Yep, looks good there. Okay, cool. And then I also forgot trim. Trim is up perfect 0. Okay.
Run 415. Request pushback.
Yeah, it's heavy on the frames. It's not like terrible, but it's definitely heavy.
Ryanair 90 Victor Quebec, Dublin ground. Hold position for traffic. I'll call you back.
I think I'm gonna bring up.
Hold position for
well,
traffic. Ryanair 90 Victor Quebec.
I don't know. It's so inconsistent. Like it looks fine, and at times the frames just struggle.
Ryanair 90 Victor Quebec, Dublin ground.
Yeah, I'm going to. Once we line up here, I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the FPS counter at the top. I want to see what's going on.
Face northwest. Ryanair 90 Victor Quebec.
I want to see. It looks like it's in one direction though, so maybe it's just BeyondATC traffic. Well, we're gonna be using two big old planes today. The 306 for this one and the 350 for the next.
Sierra Charlie. Ramp for 17. Request pushback and engine start.
FENIX 5201 heavy, contact Dublin Tower 124.6.
Alright, once we line up, or once we
Contact Tower 124.
once we hold short, we're gonna go ahead and turn on the
FedEx
performance. I wanna see what
5201
it is. Kinda leaning towards it being traffic, but I'm not 100% convinced. Alright, let's hold right here for a second. Parking brakes. Or the holding. Oh, we got Ryanair right behind me. That's gonna probably kill me. Okay, let's go over here to advanced options. We're gonna go developer mode on, save that, resume. Go, calm down. And then up here, we're gonna go debug, FPS. And then I'm going to turn on that so you can see it. And okay, so there is our FPS right now. That's the external view issue that we had with the previous flight. Let's see if it fixed its life out. There it goes. Now that we're back in the cockpit, you can see main threads are still really inconsistent with the reds and yellows. But Dublin ground, FedEx 5201 heavy, ready to go runway 28 right. Not sold. I feel like
FedEx 5201 heavy, number 2 for departure. Hold short of 28 right.
I feel like
Roger, hold short of 28 right for
the compatible
traffic.
version is still
FedEx
substantially better.
5201 Heavy.
Oh, I forgot to turn all these lights on. Oops. We get dinged on that one. Alright, runway lights. Okay, I got that. All good there. That's what I forgot. Like, it's good. It's 100 FPS. It's stable, but it doesn't feel like 100 FPS. Now I'm just being greedy. Do you have any of the triple? Yeah, I do have. I have the freighter and I have the 200. I was going to do one yesterday, or did I do one yesterday? Yeah, I did, but I was having issues with the nav data. What's going on with departure traffic? Why can't I taxi already on the runway? I should be able to hold short. I mean, not hold short. I should be able to line up and wait. Anybody not getting cockpit sounds when flying the MAX? In Sim Update 4 or in Sim Update 3? Alright, what are we holding for? What is going on? Departing traffic. I think I'm about to just take off. I had a weird BeyondATC flight yesterday. I had a
FedEx 5201 Heavy, continue taxi.
Continue taxi FedEx 5201 Heavy.
Like there was a plane taxiing on the grass. I'm sure it's just because of the airport, but it was still weird. Okay, why can't we go? We got plenty of planes here. Dublin Tower, FedEx 5201 Heavy, ready to go runway 28 right. Let me try it again.
FedEx 5201 Heavy, you're not cleared for takeoff.
Alright, what the hell's going on here? What is going on with traffic? And yeah, that drone outside view is still broken. Holy cow, it is broken. Alright, all these planes are like going in front of me for some reason. I was number 2. It said I was number 2 for departure. So it like lost me. Alright, let the FPS stabilize and then we'll go. Holy cow. Yeah, that's definitely still broken. Alright. Well, here's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say I tried, and it failed miserably. Alright, engine stable. Let's go fly.
FedEx 5201 Heavy, immediately stop your takeoff roll.
No, I'm going.
Takeoff clearance.
I'm going.
Roger that. FedEx 5201 Heavy.
You took your sweet time. You're like letting other planes go. I was supposed to be number 2. B1 rotating. Plane's like taking off on its own. Alright, gear going up. And 400 feet above, let's go to profile and nav. Flaps going up. We'll switch on over to who we're going to be talking to. We're going to talk to departure. Let them know where we are.
Dublin departure, FedEx 5201 Heavy, 2,400 feet.
FedEx 5201 Heavy, Dublin departure identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, FedEx 5201 Heavy.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the compatible version is still going to be the way to go. For what the big thing obviously is the drone, not the drone, but the external view. That FPS hit on the ground with external view causes some major issues. I think me going into the menu is also what caused BeyondATC to kind of lose his mind. Will, let's see. Well, welcome on in. Get it. Let's see. Get it on the Inabuilt app, Iris. Oh yeah. If you're gonna get the 350, get it through Inabuilds. You get the updates much faster. You get the updates much faster. All right, flaps coming up. Okay, let's go on down here and we can toggle these guys down. Perfect. Alright, good departure out of Dublin. I'd look outside, but I'm just gonna potentially crash the plane. So, no outside view in the 306. At least the premium version. Compatible version, no problem. Alright, getting up to 10,000. We'll turn off those landing lights in just a moment. Irishman, I'm very curious though, what is, other than it being an Airbus, why the 350 over the 777? Just curious, just curious. Alright, retract the landing. No, go down. And then turn those off. Turn that to off. Okay, landing lights are off. Plane's doing good. We're expecting runway 22 for the arrival, so pretty much, well, no, I guess not. We're going to be curving a little bit more. Now, this plane does have charts, right? Right. So we go into charts here. We can go to Dublin. I thought it pulled, I thought it, like, pinned your plane, your charts. Huh. Alright, anyways, we're doing the PESI. RNAV, let's see, what are we going here? What do we got going on here? Those are stars. Where's our SIDS? Here's the SIDS. No, this isn't RNAVs. SIDS, yeah, these are RNAVs. There we go. Okay. What the hell? What is going on here? What's all this stuff? Wait a second, is this... Is it using the default charts? Oh yeah, this is using the default charts. Okay, that's why.
5201 heavy, you're off course. Cleared direct of W122.
How am I off course?
Navigation.
I'm on course.
Wilco, cleared direct W122 Resumo
W122.
navigation. FedEx 5201 heavy.
What are you talking about? Whoops.
FedEx 5201
Oh, I
heavy.
see.
Contact Shannon Control.
Yeah, it is off course.
13.15.
Okay.
Center on 132.15.
We want to
FedEx
go direct here.
5201 heavy.
No, hold on. We want to go direct to Nepod. What the hell is that? What's going on? I'm so confused. What's going on with my flight plan? Alright, let's go direct here. Well, how do we go direct? Oh, here we go. Direct to... Let's go here, direct. Alright. Alright, I think we're cooking now. The departure for Dublin's always weird. Depending on the plane, it doesn't always load the right SID, which is, I think, what happened here. But now we'll be back on course. Okay. Alright, alright. We're okay, okay. We're okay, okay. It's fine. We're going direct to Pesci... Or Pestit? Yeah, Pestit. Alright, alright. We're fine, we're fine. Okay, let's see what's going on. Let's see... don't buy from the marketplace is confirmed, so still broken, huh? Yeah, I feel the premium's still broken. Personally. I feel it's still broken. And what I mean by broken is the compatible version is smoother. Like this, it runs, it flies, it's fine. There's no major noticeable bugs other than the external view being you know, broken with FPS. Outside of that, it's fine. I personally feel that the compatible version runs better because of that main issue. And then just overall, I feel like it's less resources on my system. Let's see. Yeah, thoughts I figured I'd ask. I prefer the Boeing, but the 350 cockpit is pretty cool. Yeah, the 350 is very nice looking. Very, very nice looking. Premium crap, so A340 is confirmed legit in Sim Update 4. So far, yes, but I've only done the one flight. Flightment? Hey, I'm not new. Hold on. I'm not new. I just changed my channel name and profile picture. Oh, cool. Awesome. Welcome on in. Delta Tango, welcome on in. Heading to work, unfortunately. I hear you. But I saw you were live, so I want to drop a hi and offer another like. Hey, thank you, Delta Tango. Much appreciated. Have a great day at work. Have a fantastic day on a Sunday at work. Which version of the 350? There is only one version, right? I thought there's only one version available. But Irishman, did you answer my answer my question? Why the 350 over the 777? ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué, I ask? Yeah, the premium. I just had this issue loaded 24 version, had 30 FPS or less with FrameJ, and I loaded the 2024 version and 90 FPS. Yeah, so mister, it's because of it's when you go to external view, it is fine in the cockpit, but it's once you get to a certain distance from the plane, you lose FPS. I don't know what happens. It loads something it's not supposed to be loading. That's massively taking a lot of, I don't know, RAM or VRAM. I'm not sure what the issue is exactly, but something is consistently pinging the system when you go at that distance from the plane. If you're like right up to it, there's no problem. But like at one point, no matter where you are, if you go even farther away, it's the same issue. And I think it's mostly though when the engines aren't on, or maybe it's lights or something. I don't know. Maybe there's a light that's broken. I don't know. It's weird. But yeah, the compatible version seems to definitely run better for me. Much better. So I would say anyone who is looking to buy the 306, do not buy the premium version if you're on 2024. Save your money. And the difference you're getting between the two versions is so minimal. It's kind of comical that they charged so much money for... It's not a lot of money. It was like $15, whatever. But it's comical that they charge that kind of money for a version that doesn't really add a lot to it. You know? Doesn't really add a lot to it. Alright, so we're going to be climbing another 13,000 feet. We should be on the ground in about 38 minutes. And we're landing runway 2. I was looking at the charts. So how do I get this guy to... How do I get this dude to do my Navigraph charts? Let's see. Charts. Here we go. Navigraph. Okay. So now we go back to charts. And now I should have my Navi charts, right? Yeah, that's looking better. Okay. So, departures. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. And we're doing the PESI. Are these not in alphabetical order? I don't understand Dublin. 2J, PESI 2J, 2 Quebec, 4 Mike. I don't even see that on the charts. Did I miss it? 1 Bravo, 1 Hotel, 5 Bravo, 3 Foxtrot, 2 Golf, 6 Golf, 3J, 3J, 2J. Is it this one? No. 2 Alpha, 2 Alpha, 6 Alpha. For Mike. Is it this one? To Quebec. I don't understand. This chart's like confusing the hell out of me. I think it's this one. Let's look at it. Nope, that's not right. So it's not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, this is the chart. Okay. Yeah. So we went out here. I was supposed to swing out right away and follow this plan out. Yeah, okay. Okay. And then, okay, so let's look at our arrivals then, since this took forever to get to our departures. Alright, let's go to airport. Briefing. Parking stands. Holy smokes. Okay. So briefing. This one, right? Nope. I saw briefing. I don't need briefing. Oh, here we go. Airport information. Is it this one? There we go. Okay. We need that one. And then we need approach. And we're approaching via the Sierra 1 Lima. Right here. Okay, that was easy to find. And then our runway, we're expecting runway 22. Runway 22 ILS localizer. Perfect. Alright, cool. Okay, we got all that. Whoa, what's all this stuff? Oh, okay. Can we unpin this? There we go. Okay. So, here's our arrival into our airport. So we're going to be coming in from here and landing runway 22. Here's runway 22. So we'll be swinging in for the arrival. And then we're landing 22, runway here, and then cargo. Who knows where the hell cargo parks? There's control tower. Yeah, I have no idea where. I don't even know where. Well, cargo has to, because this is a FedEx flight. So let's look at airport briefing. Let's look at parking. Airport. Parking stands. Nope. Stands. Okay, cargo is right here. Alright, so we're land 22, backtrack via Juliet, and park right over here. Alright, cool. Alright, we got that all figured out. How are we sitting? Almost 30,000 feet. Okay. Whew. I got my first Herma wings, the company that makes model planes, and it is one of the rarest Herpa in the world. Japanese 747 Sky Cruiser, really, from 1992. That's pretty awesome. You can only choose between the 2020 and 2024, and in the Init Builds app, you can download deliveries. Yeah. So if you get the 350, you can get it all done through the Init Builds app. It's a nice app. I'll give them compliments on that. It's a very nice app. Very, very nice app. It's awfully quiet in this cockpit. I'm going to bring up the volume just a little bit. Let's see. So we're going to go to settings. I do love this feature. It's one of my favorite features. Scroll on down. And then it's going to be... which ones? Not that one. Not that one. We'll bring that one up. Okay. Does this not bring our flight plan in? That's crazy. Yeah, it doesn't bring our route. That's wild. Like it's the performance is just it's not as good as the other planes. It's not as good as the 350. Like Like now it's smooth. But that initial moment there, it was kind of, I don't know, it's not stuttery either. It's so weird to explain. This premium edition is so goofy of a plane. It's so inconsistent. Definitely Sim Update 4 helps it quite a bit, but it's still not where it should be. Not where it should be. Like the 350 is substantially better. At least on my one initial flight, it's substantially better than this plane. And that was a really short flight I did, though. I did, what the heck was that flight? It wasn't one of my traditional test flights either. It was, what the heck was that flight now? I don't remember what I even did. Oh, it was Dallas to... Where was it to? Dallas to George Bush. That's what it was. I knew it was a short hop. I want to test both those airports out because Dallas is a bigger airport. Bush is a bigger airport as well. So it'd be kind of cool. And they're both third-party airports. So I want to test third-party airports with a third-party plane. And it performed extremely well, both on the flight for the departure and arrival. Very, very good. Thanks for coming in, flight. We'll see you next time. Not saying what it is, but it's a small one. FENIX just released an update. For some reason, I don't like the A380. I haven't flown the A380. They're not saying what the update is, but there was an update for the FENIX. There was one that came out the other day. Oh, P2, I just saw that the multiplayer is broken for you. Why is it disabled? Okay, let's see. FENIX announcements. There's one that came out on the 1st that fixed the SimBrief thing, so I don't know if you're behind on that. But yeah, there was the Sim update one that, sorry, the SimBrief update that came out, and a couple other things, but mostly the SimBrief issue. I wonder why your multiplayer is broken, P2. Mine's enabled. Because I checked it before the flight. You have it set for like the live traffic and all that stuff? Like live multiplayer? You check every morning. Really? Our ETA increased a couple minutes. Now I am gonna, on the next flight, I'm gonna actually restart the system because I want it to be a very fair test. So a complete not system reboot, but a complete sim reboot. And then we'll do the 350 flight. Oh, it was only 36 kilobytes? Really? That's a tiny. I wonder if it's like a livery issue. I did a FENIX flight yesterday with no issues. Okay, we're at top of climb, flight level 370. And radios didn't switch, that's why it's so quiet up here. This plane.
Shannon Control, FedEx 5201 Heavy. Good afternoon, leaving flight
I
level
can't
370
recommend this
for flight
plane
level
because there are
180.
just too many issues that I have with it. And this isn't just... What's going on now? Say again?
Say again, FedEx 5201 Heavy.
Channel for 9, Victor Tango. Contact. London Control 118.775.
118.775. Alright.
Blue Max 190. Contact Manchester. Approach 121.
So, besides the FPS issue externally on the plane, the other issue is the comms just don't auto-change, and that's an issue if you use that with BeyondATC. And that is not a BeyondATC issue. I'm going to defend BeyondATC on this one for sure.
Heavy. Good afternoon through flight
Because like it works with
370
pretty much
for
every
flight
other
level
plane.
180
This issue was
direct
apparent
Icosa.
with the 350, and it's clearly still an issue here in the 306.
Max 190. Descend
That
to
kind of
flight
stuff is what
level
irritates me as well.
070.
Like,
Descend to flight level 070.
this has been an issue for a very long time. And didn't BeyondATC like find a workaround to kind of make it work?
Descend to flight level 100.
They like forced it through like multiple times when the 350 first came out. Like instead of just sending it one time to change to comms, they had sent like 3 or 4 times to make sure it worked.
FedEx
But it was still very
520
inconsistent.
London control identified. Speedbird 7 Papa.
I was wondering why it was so
Contact
quiet.
London control 118. Decimal for 75. Have a good afternoon.
Contact London Control
Yeah,
118.475 Speedbird.
I'm going to go back to the compatible version. The plane works for the most part. There's just some technical issues still. It's a shame because it's a fun plane. It is a really cool plane. I just don't want to fly it. Alright, let's look at our approach charts here. So we go into charts and arrival. Okay. So it looks like we're going to go down to 7,000 feet at 220 knots. So let's put in 7,000 in the box.
Gemstone 57 Kilo Foxtrot. Contact. Scottish
Top of descent
Control
isn't going to be for a little bit, right? Yeah, we still got about 50 nautical miles or so. Probably 60 before top of descent. Once that happens, we go ahead and tap on this profile button, and that will start our descent. So as of right now, we're looking to pretty much just follow the approach in, swing over to the left a little bit, and then swing on right, swing it right in for the runway 22 approach. We'll see if that stays that way. It looks like the weather's just fine in London, so I don't. Yeah, and Stan said it looks fine, so I don't see a runway change happening for this flight.
FedEx 5201, heavy London control. Expect Zurich 1 Lima, runway
There we go.
22.
We'll expect we'll expect Zurich 1 Lima, runway 22, FedEx 5201 heavy.
KLM for 3
Cool.
Yankee.
Okay, so no runway
Contact Dublin
change.
approach 119
Give us straight in.
555.
All fine. Easy flight.
Contact Dublin approach 119.555. KLM for 3 Yankee.
An 87 knot crosswind.
Ryanair 723. Papa contact Dublin approach 119er. Decimal
It's
555.
crazy.
Contact Dublin approach 119er decimal 555. Ryanair 723 Papa.
Like the plane looks really nice, right? You go in close here, like it has really nice high quality textures. That looks incredible. Incredible. I love the scratching, the scratches up here, you know, the aging. It's very, very nice looking. I love the texture here. This is substantially, in my opinion, substantially better than what we have with the iFly. The iFly has some weird textures from time to time, but they're updating all that stuff. But this looks really, really nice. You know, the modeling detail is incredible. Just incredible. This kind of looks funky, but that's minor. And then here, like, this looks really, really good. Really good detail. There is a low-res version available 'Cause even like up here, it looks really good. This is somewhere you don't really look at. The 2020 version has a low-res version you can install. I don't see that option available in 2024. Now this has always been bothering me though. This low-res issue here. Just because I see it so often because my view. So I see that right there. Yeah, this whole panel here is like low-res. It's weird.
London Control, Blue Max 9 Foxtrot Alpha, flight level 370.
Blue Max 9 Foxtrot Alpha, London
It's almost like it's
Control
stretched.
identified.
It's kind of weird. Oh. It's like once there's something in this area though. I don't know what it is.
FedEx
Something in
5201
here.
Heavy,
I want to say it's
flight level 180.
one of the lights that are causing that FPS
Descend to
hit.
flight level 180. FedEx 5201 Heavy.
Didn't really have it when we were in the ground or on the ground. Okay, so our approach starts right. Where the hell's the start at? Oh, right here. That's where our approach starts at. So 18,000 feet right there. Top of descent's right here.
Blue Max 190. Contact Manchester.
Now, if memory serves me correctly, I think I always came in high coming into this airport. So I'm going to monitor the vertical speed very carefully.
Blue Max 190.
But we still have like 100 nautical miles, so should be just fine. I think the crosswind's not helping us either. Because we keep losing speed, or not losing speed, but increasing our ETA. Because we were initially expecting arrival at like, I think it was 1608, and now we're at 1613. So we added on 5 minutes. Rather interesting. I want to know if the 350 and the 306 share very similar coding. That would explain some of the issues that both of the planes have had. I haven't really flown any other any-builds plane all that often. Like, I don't fly the default any-builds planes.
London Control, ZAP 4493.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start our profile. So we'll click on this guy.
400 feet.
And it's going to start our descent.
ZAP 4493, London Control. Good afternoon. Radar contact. Continue descent to 3,000 feet. QNH 1020.
Continue descent to 3,000 feet. QNH 1020.
Another thing I've noticing is with this plane and the 350, there's like weird flickering that happens every so often in the cockpit. I didn't notice it in the FENIX. I don't know if I've flown the iFly in Sim Update 4. I think I have. I didn't notice. Well, I might have noticed it in the 777. Now that I think about it, I'm not 100% convinced on that one though. Let's see, Normal Human, welcome on in. Happy Sunday. We are on approach into Steadfast, or sorry, not Steadfast, Stansted in London. We're expecting runway 22. Weather is very nice. Oh, we got to put in our minimums. Going down here, we go to takeoff and takeoff and approach. Then we put in our altitude minimum, which is 548. 548. Pop that in the box there. Tune our ILS as well, which is 1105. So 5 and then 110.
Contact London
Perfect.
Control.
And then our course
118,
is
decimal
222.
475.
Contact London Control 118.475, FedEx 5201 Heavy. London Control, FedEx 5201 Heavy, descending via Zurich 1 Lima, flight level 322.
FedEx 5201 Heavy. London
All right,
Control
222.
identified.
Perfect. I think that's it. We're pretty much ready to go. See, it's like when I come back to the screen, I lose the FPS. Main threads go crazy for a little bit, and then it stabilizes. There's something going on here. Something that's loading in this area. So that's why I think it's something to do with the light. Although there's no lights in this area, so unless there's something in the cockpit that's causing issues. I don't know. Because now, if I pan around, you see it's nice and smooth. The main threads are fine. They're stable. They got a couple jumps to red, but you know, but it's once I come back over here is where it hits. See right here, if I swiggle around here, you see how it's bouncing so much? But if I go over here, it doesn't happen as frequent. I go back over here though, it does. What if I go over here? I don't know, I feel like there's something in this area. In the 24 version, my main thread is always purple and red. Yeah, it's something to do with the premium version. Which I'm going to uninstall the premium, go back to compatible, if I decide to fly this plane again. I can't remember if the comm issue is also apparent in the compatible version. I think it is. I think it is. I can't remember though. I did a flight. My flight yesterday with the 350, I think I did BeyondATC. Yeah, I did BeyondATC, but I don't remember if the comms issue came up or not. I don't think it did. At least I don't remember it happening. But it was such a short flight. Okay, so now we are getting close to your approach. We're right about here. We'll come on in for the arrival. And here's our airport, so we'll come back in. Well, I think we'll get vectored around.
EZ25 Yankee Romeo, contact Gatwick. Approach 129er, decimal 025.
Contact Gatwick, approach 129 decimal 025, EZ25 Yankee Romeo.
I flew this plane a lot when it first came out. I even dealt with a lot of the optimization issues back then because it's such a fun plane to fly, but when you get used to flying higher quality products, you know, consistent products such as you know, the FENIX or the iFly, even the 737s, 777, it's hard to deal with some of the issues.
5201 Heavy, descend to 6,000 feet.
All right, 6,000.
QNH 1017.
Descend to 6,000 feet.
Let's go
QNH
to
1017,
standard
FedEx
pressure.
5201 Heavy.
Although we're in Europe and they typically do that like at 5,000 or 6,000 feet, I can't
Ryanair
remember.
97 Hotel Papa, contact Stansted radar, 120.625. Contact Stansted radar 120.625.
At 17,000 feet. We're looking really good in altitude.
Ryanair 70
So about 80 nautical miles out.
Contact London Control 118.775.
Center on 118.
I want to look outside, but I also don't want to crash the sim.
Ryanair 70 Yankee uniform. Have a good afternoon.
All right, Irishman's ready. You got the 350 and download the Free Detroit. Irish, am I going to try to teach you the 350? Am I going to try to teach you the 350?
Runway 22, Ryanair 5 Tango Delta.
It's a fun plane.
Anatolia 1 Yankee Charlie, contact Stansted radar.
I'm happy that they finally kind of got things figured out. Now I'm waiting for that freighter version.
Contact Stansted radar
I'll give any builds like 15-20 bucks for a freighter version. For me, in terms of like realism, it's weird for me to fly a 350 because most of my flights are really short. And the next flight is, you know, longer, quote unquote. It's still under 600 nautical miles, but it would make a little bit more sense, just a little bit more sense, than like some of the short little 200 nautical mile flights I do. So the freighter plane would be really, really nice, because freighter, you know, there's a lot of short hops. This is a short hop. That's an official FedEx flight.
Ryanair 5 Tango Delta, descend to flight level 190.
Yeah, it's not too much different than the FENIX. There's just a couple things on the, well, they call it the KIS or the KIIS or something, whatever their computers screens are called. There's a few extra little things that are weird, but it's pretty similar to the FENIX. It's pretty similar. That's the cool thing about Airbuses is a lot of the, especially the modern Airbuses, they're very even like this is old school Airbus, right? But for it's pretty much the same. External power on, battery switches on, IRS is on, right? Fuel pumps on, start engine, right? And then the engine switches are on below us here. So like, yeah, very, very similar to traditional Airbus. Gonna have to set up my Bravo for it though. Well, the controls shouldn't be that much different. Like I use the FENIX controls, I think, for that plane. Because I only have like I only have 3, maybe 4 different control setups. I have one for the CRJ and EJET. I have a FENIX controls, I have a Kodiak control. I think that's it. I don't even think I have a 777 one. I think I just use the Airbus one. So there shouldn't be too much of an issue with that.
Expect radar vectors. ILS runway 32. Ryanair 73 X-ray uniform.
See if I remember to change my call sign with SimBrief for the next flight.
Descend to flight level 070.
Oh, the throttles and reverse range is going to be different. Yeah, so what I just use a generic. So on my Alpha, I hold down a button for when I want to reverse. It's hold reverse, I think that's what the key binding is called. And then all I have to do is pull the throttle, make sure the throttle's in neutral first. You'll bring it back to neutral or idle, and then I can bring it all forward, slowly bring it forward, and that will do reverse thrust. But I got to hold down that button the entire time.
Ryanair 19 Delta Bravo. Contact breast control.
Like some people with the Bravo, they have the reverse levers, right? So you can bring those forward. Those can be used the same thing for hold reverse, and then bring it forward. But I just hold the button down. Which can be interesting when the new WinWings come out, because there likely won't be a profile set up for Flight Sim. So we'll all have to convert that individually and see what works best. That'd be very interesting. And there's the D-dents in it as well. What's really cool is you can change those D-dents. I wonder how quickly you can change those, though, on the fly. And then you can also turn them off. I think you can do the turn off really, really quickly. So if you're flying like in a Boeing, they don't have D-dents in there. So I think there's like a little button you can hit to turn those off right away, which would be really nice. Might try the button thing. Yeah, I use that for all my planes. The only plane I don't have to use that for is the FENIX. In the FENIX, I can just pull back on the throttle, the Bravo, you know, when it hits the idle, and then it goes into D-dent. I can use, that one works for reverse, but every other plane does not. I don't know why. Although I think the EJETs might work too. I think the EJET might work that way too, but the CRJ and 777, this plane, every other plane I have to do the full, hold the button down.
Mascot 36 for heavy. Contact Stansted radar 120.625.
Which if I switch to a joystick could be a problem. We'll see though how because by that time the WinWing throttles will be out, hopefully. We'll be able to test that out.
Alpine 7073.
Same with the FENIX for you? Okay, yeah, so whatever FENIX did, they are obviously, in my opinion, the best way to do it. Because it works for pretty much any setup. I think everyone I've seen, whether you have the Thrustmaster quadrant or, you know, another one, it seems to work just fine. That's the thing that's weird, is like all these developers use different key bindings to make things work. I don't understand. I don't know if Asobo was just the SDK is just too complex, or just it's just too many options. Like, wouldn't there just be one option? Reverse? Right? Seems like it should be simple. One button, reverse. Use this, you know, binding, this command to do reverse. I don't understand why there's so many additional ones. Like, there shouldn't be that many. I know, like, with GA compared to airliners will be different, but, you know, you have feather prop and all that jazz. Some clouds here.
Chanex 1835, London Control. Good afternoon. Identified. Continue climb to flight level 350.
Continue climb to flight level 350, Chanex 1835.
Alright, wow, it really added even more time. 18.
Ryanair
Holy
91 X-ray
smokes.
Quebec. Contact Stansted
They added in
radar.
10 minutes for the arrival.
625.
That's crazy.
Contact Stansted radar 120.
Alright, almost at 10,000, so landing lights are getting ready to come on shortly. These clouds should not be an issue. Visibility is supposed to be pretty good here. Meet are at least showing that.
Expect Brookman's Park 1 X-ray. Runway 22.
Expect Brookman's Park
runway
1 X-ray.
22.
Runway 22, Ryanair 886.
Yeah, so it looks like
Ryanair 5 Tango Delta. Descend to 6,000
we're gonna go to
QNH
Busta.
1017.
And then after
Descend to
Busta,
6,000 feet, QNH 1017, Ryanair 5 Tango Delta.
I'm gonna go to heading mode.
Fueling 6311.
So,
Contact
we're
Bridge
heading
Control
023.
120. Decimal 15.
That's not right. Yeah, 023.
Center on 120.15, Vueling 6311.
Oh, what it's doing.
Alpine 7073.
Alright, 10,000
Vivax
landing lights are
9
coming
Delta.
on.
Runway 27 right.
Let's see.
Report ready for descent.
Vivax 9er Delta, runway 27 right, ready for descent, Alpine 7073.
And I'm gonna manually start descending now, because I feel like, again, we're gonna come in too hot here. So vertical, let's drop down to 12, let's bring the speed down to 210.
Alpine 7073.
Okay, that's looking good. And then our arrival, let's see, here's our V speed, so 205, 188, 148, so we'll put in 153 for the arrival. And we're clear down to 6,000 feet. So we should be at 6,000 at this point. Our approach, we are looking to be at about 2,500 at this point. So we go to heading program, and our heading's already programmed. Good.
120.625.
Busta's over here.
521 heavy.
So keep a tight eye on it.
Stansted radar.
Because it's trying to do a hold, but it has a hold
heavy,
program,
flight
but
level
obviously we're not doing a
096.
hold.
We have
It's going to try to
November
loop us
aboard.
around over, I think. This whole flight plan got goofed up.
FedEx 5201, heavy Stansted radar. Good afternoon, QNH 1017. Expect the ILS
Actually,
runway
looking at the charts though, this makes sense.
QNH 1017. Expect the ILS runway 22.
So we go to
with the
Busta,
Morel
and
transition.
then it's going to swing us
FedEx
around, and then the
5201
ILS
heavy.
approach. I guess it's right. Because here's Busta, and then we swing around, here's Laurel. They just told us we're expecting the ILS via Laurel transition. And then it's going to swing us on in for the ILS. I guess it's right, I'll be damned. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll let it do its thing. Alright, Speed's looking good. Descending, everything's fine there. This plane, I have to disable auto throttle on the approach. So, see if I can remember to do that too. It's also a known issue forever with this plane.
Mascot 364 heavy. Contact Stainstead Tower 123 decimal.
Also, I do have. I'm pretty sure I've confirmed that with the Max, with the iFly Max, it just does not disable auto throttle, or it doesn't go to idle, I should say, on our navs. Pretty much every flight, with the exception of like one or two, just will not. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's user error, but I don't know how to fix that. 777, what version? I have the freighter version, and I also have the 200. I would say only buy one, because it's the same plane. So it just depends, do you want to fly cargo or do you want to fly passengers? If I can go back in time, I would only buy one, and that'd be the freighter version. Because I don't have a lot of freighter planes. I have enough passenger planes, CRJ and the FENIX, EJET, etc. But in terms of freighter planes, I only have two. I have this plane, I have the 777 now. I only have the two freighters. So I would do the freighter. If I was you, I'd just do freighter. I see four, obviously one is freighter. What about the other three? Yeah, there's a 200 and 300. The only difference is long range stuff. So I would say just do a freighter version, personally. But that just depends on if you want to fly freighter. But like UPS, DHL, FedEx, and then Lufthansa cargo, maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. There's a bunch of freighter versions. Like in terms of real world livery. Alright, in the soup a little bit. The 777 though is a fun plane. The only flack I always give PMDG is just the pricing model. I always hate the pricing model. It's really expensive, but at the same time, like, they have high quality products that come out the door. They don't have problems like this plane or the 350. Like when they release a plane, it's a stable plane. Rarely have issues with it. Alright, so now we're gonna do this weird loopy transition. We're stuck at 4,000. We haven't gotten any cleared. We're expecting the ILS 22, not the actual. We haven't been approved for the ILS yet. We're just expecting it. 55 for the freighter is not bad. Yeah, the freighter is a great plane. Again, the only difference is the cabin. That's really the only difference. All right, making our loop here. Technically, we're supposed to go up to Busta and then swing over to Laurel, but this works too. I just don't know if BeyondATC is going to pick this up because it's like 4 nautical miles out. So it may think that we didn't hit this waypoint. I need to fly in Europe more. I need to just fly in the international more. Alright, here we are.
Heavy cleared direct Laurel, cross Laurel at or above 6,000 feet. Cleared ILS runway 22.
Alright, so we're clear for the ILS 22.
Clear direct Laurel, cross Laurel at or above 6,000 feet.
3,000 feet.
22, FedEx 5201 heavy.
And then once we get out of this turn, we'll go ahead and start our descent.
123.805.
Contact Tower 123.805, Ryanair 91 X-Ray Quebec. Have a good afternoon.
We have a speed restriction here of 210, right? That's 220 technically. Okay, then on landing, let's see, airport. Come on, buddy. Come on. Alright, runway 22. We're gonna exit probably November Romeo. I think that's what that is. Yeah. Well, I don't know if we'll make that one. We'll try to make that one. If not, we'll have Lima Romeo. But I'm gonna try to hit November Romeo, backtrack. What the hell? Where are we at? I lost it. November Romeo, backtrack. So we're gonna go November 3, November Juliet, back over here. And then we'll park right here where cargo apparently parks. This is a really tight turn in here for the arrival. Alright, let's start preparing for the descent next. Or start our descent. Down to 3,000. Congratulations on the 5K subs. No, I won't be getting the play button. I don't know when that. I don't know if that play button happens until like 1 million or something. I got a long way to go for that. That's never gonna happen. I don't want that kind of attention.
Cleared ILS runway 22, Ryanair for 65.
Okay, so yeah, we're looking fine with altitude. So since I'm in V speed now, this is where we're going to hit 3,000 feet. We want to be at 2,500 here. I can have it just follow in the approach, but I'm probably going to break it here at Foxtrot 22. Because that's when we want to be at 2,500 feet. So, altitude, we can click this guy here and switch this over to feet. Now we can be at 2,500. And then once we get lined up here, I'm going to go ahead and go to heading mode. And then we should be able to intercept the localizer and then come in for the arrival. I'm expecting a tower handoff within the minutes here. Do I hear my name? I am Will. No. Will, no one talked about you. Okay, yeah, everything's looking good. So the I can't look on the outside because this plane's gonna break. Here's the airport right there. I'll go ahead and start reducing our speed because we're gonna have a pretty tight turn in here. Let's go to 180 on the speed, flaps down. And let's go ahead and zoom. Well, we're already maxed out zoom. I'm not going to activate the landing approach just yet, but we are going to go to heading mode. 190. Okay, and we do have we have a tailwind right now, 22 knots. Jeez. All right, let's go to heading mode. I would say the compatible version is still the way to go. The premium version still has the external view issue. The premium version definitely has a radio issue. I don't know if that radio issue is in the compatible version or not. I don't think it is. But I can't confirm that right now. I would say if there's anyone out there who's like, oh, I should get the premium version, I wouldn't do it. Personally, I would not do it. I would just wait. Or, sorry, I would just use the compatible version. Save your money, use the compatible version, buy a different plane. Buy a different plane. It's going to be a really, really tight turn here. Really, really tight turn. Alright, let's go to localizer, ILS, good. We're looking good in the altitude. Perhaps come down to a next notch here. I'm going to go out just a little bit farther. Then we'll enable the landing. What's the radio issue? Is it BeyondATC not changing? Yes, it is. Yep, that's the issue. Alright, landing. Alright, localizer's on. Let's swing on over into the approach. Alright, let's see if it auto-turns the comms now. Tunes the comms now.
Over to tower 123.805.
Alright, localizer's been captured.
201 heavy.
It did. Perfect.
Stansted
All
Tower,
right, cool.
FedEx 5201 Heavy, ILS runway
WinWing
22.
found a way to break their plane in SimUpdate 4. No, the radio issue has been there from the very beginning.
Roger, FedEx
They've never fixed it.
5201 Heavy.
Alright, gear coming down. Yeah, they've never fixed the radio issue. Altimeter's checked and set. Speed's looking good. Localizers active. Glide slope should be next. Airport's over here. Right there. Why are we not turning no more? Alright, autopilot's off. High aircraft. Autopilot lost its mind. Alright, let's bring the speed back to 153. Flaps coming down. Yeah, I don't know what happened there with the speed. I mean, sorry, with the autopilot. It just, like, forgot what it was doing. Alright, we are continuing for the arrival. We haven't gotten clearance yet.
Ready to go. Runway 22.
Flyer 9762, hold short of 22, arriving traffic.
Affirmative. Hold short of 22. Flyer 9762.
Ryanair 26, Foxtrot Romeo. Contact Stansted Director 136.2.
There's the airport.
Contact Stansted Director
There's our runway. A little low on the approach.
Ryanair Bravo Juliet, Stansted Tower, wind 290 at 8, runway 22, cleared for takeoff, traffic 6 mile final, no delay.
No delay. I love hearing that. It's so rare we get to hear that, but it's so cool when it happens.
No delay, Ryanair Bravo Juliet.
This is a beautiful approach.
Chanex 44 Tango Juliet, hold position for traffic, I'll call you back.
Beautiful approach.
Hold position. Chanex 44 Tango Juliet.
Use the Alpha Luke. Use the Alpha Luke. It took me a little bit to get that. Alright, a little low on the approach. I see annoying, but also makes me learn to tune the radios. Yeah. But even, well, you could, tuning it in the plane works just fine. It's just if I use external hardware as well, like I use my Stream Deck and it still doesn't work consistently.
Heavy wind 290 at 8, runway 22, cleared to land.
Alright, cleared to land. Perfect.
Runway 22 cleared to land. FedEx
And then we're going to
5201
taxi,
Heavy.
parking right over there.
Ryanair Bravo Juliet, contact Stansted Director 136.2. Contact Stansted Director 136.2. Ryanair Bravo
And it's a
Juliet.
headwind of 19 knots right now. They said 8 knots on the ground, so it should calm down when we get a little bit lower. Let's bring down the nose just a little bit. And I think I'm going to go ahead and actually disable AP at this, or auto throttle at this point, so it don't
Stansted Tower, continue.
freaking goes all crazy on me.
Wilco, Ryanair 465.
Gotta manage the airspeed on my own. Irishman, do we have the 350 in New Sky or not? The 900 at least, that's the version I use. There's British Airways holding for us. Touchdown. Whoa. 175 on landing. Is our front nose down? I don't think so. I want to exit here. Alright. Alright, we made it to November Romeo. Cool. Alright, flaps coming up.
Exit left at Lima Romeo.
Whew.
FedEx 5201 Heavy.
Alright, gear, or sorry, lights. We're gonna go to taxi lights. We're gonna go landing lights are off.
Ground 121
Takeoff,
decimal
turn-offs
73,
off.
FedEx 5201 Heavy.
Alright, welcome to London. And our FPS is tanking. Yeah, this just, well, I'll turn off BeyondATC just to give it a fair benefit of the doubt, but could be the airport too, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna turn off traffic. So BeyondATC is going away. Let's see if that FPS fixes itself. And so it's stable again. Yeah, no, I think this plane is just heavy on FPS. The premium version, at least. I think it's heavy with FPS. Oh, I didn't turn spoilers on for this flight, for landing. I'm gonna get dinged on that too. It's not gonna be a great APL flight. I feel like cargo can park here. It's a bunch of cargo here. They had cargo on the other side on the map. I feel like cargo parks here. I'm gonna go here. Dunk. Alright, let's go park right here. Land our taxi lights. Oh, hit that button all the time. It's a nice airport. This is default. This is really, really nice. Alright, parking brakes are set over here to the left. We're going to go to ground equipment. We're going to go to chocks. We're going to go to AP or GPU. Up here to the top, turn on the APU down to the bottom. Engine 1, 2 cut off. And let's watch our FPS. Oh, well, that's not happening. Yeah, it's inconsistent. Alright, let's close out this guy. And we got a 100% with New Sky. Challenging conditions, 175 on the touchdown. Fantastic. And then what's APL? We got a what? APL, we got 100%. Not bad, I'll take it. Very nice. APL says 183 on landing. That's a very successful flight. Alright, let's go ahead and restart the sim. And then we're going to jump into the next flight. Anyone wants to join us? We're going to do, what are we doing? Detroit to, oh yeah, Detroit to Memphis. On the West, US West server. Detroit to Memphis. Irishman says we don't have it. Okay. I tried to fly a flight, but my hangover headache was killing me, so I quit. Oh, okay. Alright, and my sim's not shutting down. Oh, there it goes. Maybe. Okay, yep. Alright, let's get some jams going in the background. Alright, sim is shut down. Oh, it's thinking about it. There it goes. Okay, restart. Restart. The 306 autopilot is not as... yeah. The 306 autopilot, it works, but I don't know. That one was really weird because like it captured a localizer, but then it like just lost itself. You made 26,000 on that. Holy cow. Let's see. I use a mixture between just flight traffic and FSLTL. It seems to be more than just flight. Is much better with FPS. I did a test with that, and for me at least, they were pretty much the same, give or take maybe 1 FPS, but it was so unnoticeable. I would say the biggest difference, honestly, is with just flights traffic. You don't get cargo stuff, which kind of sucks. My multiplayer doesn't work. It's turned off. Yeah, I wonder why. P2, I saw that in chat, or in the Discord. I have not tried AIG. I have not either. Yeah, I have not either. $350 is in now. Beautiful. Beautiful. Do you use FSLTL or just flight for traffic? I use FSLTL. FSLTL. I was using just flights traffic for a while, then I was using both of them. But I found that FSLTL just overall for my system performs more consistent. I don't have to worry about having the bloatware. I guess I can just install the fleet from just traffic. But then, like I was talking about, the cargo stuff. I'm glad it's boring until now, though. It's always boring. Don't say until. Okay, let's go ahead and start this. We're gonna do the beautiful 350. Hopefully it all works grand. I'm gonna do the 900 no cabin with Delta. And then we're doing DTW. Detroit. Let me launch up a pilot's life and FSLTL. Is FENIX working on a 330? Oh, should we do a poll? Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm surprised mods don't have ability to do a poll. That's crazy. Okay, so flight. Let me get this flight booked here. So we're doing Detroit to Memphis in the 350, the US West server. I'm doing the 350. I think Irishman's going to join us with the 350 as well. We're going to see how things roll here. 350 dispatch. Detroit to Memphis. The 900. I do the 900 because it's slightly smaller than the 1000. So it's a little bird. It's a little bird. Alright, and this is going to be flight level 400. I'm currently getting runway 21 right for departure. That is right here, so I'm going to go ahead and just park my normal... Actually, I can't do my normal spot. We'll do this gate here. Alright. And now this shouldn't take too terribly long to load in since I used it yesterday. I've already compiled the aircraft. Is FENIX... Oh yeah, let's do the poll. You know what? By the way, if you notice all... sorry. If you notice that all the lights are on... Oh yeah, yeah. Asobo is fixed. Yeah, they know about the light issue with traffic. There it goes. Now this is the freeware Detroit. So we're going to test this as well. Now there was a bump with the init builds one. I can't show you the map because I don't have a mouse working, but you see the terminal on the bottom left? There's a bridge right over there. There's a bump there with the init builds one. We're going to see if that bump is gone. No, but we can ban you. All right, P2, it's worked. You're joining. Cool. Awesome. All right, so we're going to have P2. We're going to have Irishman. What are you taking, P2? 320? 321? I would say probably 321. Because you don't have the 350, right? Although you have a hangover, so... Alright, we'll let this stabilize. We're going to Detroit... sorry, to Memphis. To Memphis. Let me grab my flight route here. Alright, there it is. Alright, let's silence the band. Let me get it BeyondATC launched up. Alright, we're on the ground. And let's see if I see any traffic. Irishman, where you be, Irishman? Where you be, Irishman? I don't see any traffic. I don't see any multiplayer, I should say. I'll wait for you all. Are you here, Irishman? Oh, I won't be on the flight. Need to configure. Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha. P2, I'll wait for you. And load in that. And then let's get the debug going here. Alright, so you can see the FPS up there, 100 FPS. The 319 Sharklet. Ooh, the Sharklet. Fantastic. Alright, we're gonna get all this planes loaded on in. Now I have my park traffic at 3. And I have everything else at 5. I bumped it up to 5. Okay, everything looks to be stable. Let's go into the cockpit here. This plane takes me a little bit. You're here. Okay, let me see if I can find you. P2. Where's P2? Is my nameplates on? Let's see. P2. P2, where are you? I don't see you. Oh, we're looking for P2. Let's see if that bump's here. So that bump is in the init build when it's like right here, but it looks nice and smooth. This is really nice for freeware. This is really nice. What is this green? This is weird. But this is, again, this is a freeware airport, so you really can't criticize it. It's 100% free. Yeah, the bump's not there. You got cars doing hops, Grand Theft Auto style. I'm at gate 69 Alpha. 69 Alpha. Right here? I don't see you. Are you in the West server? You're still in Sim Update 4, right? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start getting things going because this plane takes a bit. Actually, I'm gonna go outside real quick. And we're gonna go up here and turn off some stuff. I'm getting a frame rate hit right now. Let's see. Let's go over here. Disable that. Why aren't the flags on here? That's weird. Okay, so then what we need to do is we gotta go up here to the top, external power on, to auto, battery 1, battery 1, battery 2, battery 2. Then up here we go to navs, that's all on. I do the crew supply right away, and then we can do master switch on, and then start. And so I'm not a dinkus, I'm gonna go and get my lights rolling right away too. So lights on, beacon, strobe. There was an issue with the lights before, I remember that. External lights on, mobile on, no smoking on, and that's all on. Okay, cool. And then now this is doing its thing. Oh, was that still an issue? Let's switch this over to... Alright, is ground? I don't think ground's on. Ground, AP, or GPU. Ground's connected now. Available. Alright, ground's on. That's weird. Ground wasn't connected. Yeah, US West, Sim Update 4, I don't see you. Not sure if this is a bug. Maybe it's a bug. Maybe multiplayer is broken. Gosh dang it. So much for group flights today. Okay, so we got that all connected. Wow. My FPS is really tanking. I wonder if it's BeyondATC. Let me move traffic down again. Alright, traffic's gone. It's gonna be load back in. Or yeah, I think it was just traffic. Okay, so we have that all connected. Now we can switch this guy back over. Cool. Alright, so over here on this gadget, we're gonna go into, let's see, which one is it first? This guy here, right? Yep, we're gonna import our flight plan. And then we're gonna go into, this guy here, right? No. We're gonna go into load sheet. We're gonna import that dude. Alright, and we're gonna set this, set that. Instant. Okay, and then we're gonna go into takeoff performance. We're gonna sync that, compute that. Okay, we're gonna wait to send that over there though. There's one more button here I'm missing. What am I missing? Let's see, that one. It's not this one. I want to click that button. Load sheet. We already did this. I keep wanting to click that button. Okay, stop it. Route, turn around, take off. Okay, I think we're good then. Alright, so we're going to go over here. We're going to go flight plan. Nope, we're not doing flight plan. We're going to go to fuel and load. And we're going to hit this button. And then we're going to go enter, enter, enter. We're going to get our passenger count from load sheet. Passenger count is 281. So we'll go over here and type in 281. Enter. Alright, we have that all set in there. And then we can go to init and request our flight information. Do you see me now? Give me 1 second. And then we're going to go to insert. Cool, we have our flight. That guy, and then we're going to insert. Perfect. Alright. And then we can grab this information from this guy over here. We go to... which one is it? Takeoff. And we can send this to that guy, and then we click this guy. Bam, it's all in there. Let's go see if we can find P2. Whoa. There's P2. I have your P2. Cool. All right, cool. We have P2. So you have the multiplayer working. What'd you do, P2? How'd you get it working? Okay, so then we can set up our flight plan. So then we're going Detroit. Well, let's get clearance first.
FedEx 846 Heavy, ready to pick up IFR clearance to Memphis.
This automatically sets to QNH.
FedEx 846, Heavy Metro clearance.
I'm going to switch over to Mobiflight.
With the sinker transition. Then is filed. Climb via SID except maintain 7,000. Departure frequency 125.525. Squawk 1510.
Alright, 7,000.
Cleared to Memphis Airport. Berry Tree departure with the sinker transition, then is filed. Climb via SID except maintain 7,000.
Alright, 7,000.
Departure frequency
it seems like it's saving stuff from the last flight.
Squawk 1510,
Very
FedEx
interesting.
846
There's
Heavy.
only 2 left, so they're changing me 2.
FedEx 846 Heavy, read back correct. Contact ground 132.725 when ready for pushback or engine start.
Ground 132.725, FedEx 846
So over here,
Heavy.
we go to Detroit. We go to departure. Runway is going to be 22 left now. Yep. 22 left. And then via Berry 3. And transition sinker. Cool. And then insert that temporarily. And then insert that. Now we have that. We got to reconfirm our takeoff stuff. And now we can switch this over, we want to the flight plan, and then switch this guy over to performance for right now. Clear that, clear that, clear that, clear that, clear that, and that. Alright, cool, I think we're good. APU is available, cool. External power is going to be turned off. Let's turn on our fuel pumps. Okay, over here, let's go to ground, disconnect the GPU, let's verify everything's discode. Yep, everything is discode, perfect. And then we can go here to terminal chart, Detroit. Does it have anything pinned? Nope.
Delta 1716,
Is it airport, ground, pin that. Departure, the Berry 3.
Delta 1716.
Where the hell is Berry 3? Berry 3's at the top up here. Now we go to the pinned airport, and we'll see our chart, and there we are on a plane. 2 left's over here. Alright, so let's go ahead and request pushback engine start.
FedEx 846 Heavy at gate Alpha 72.
Trim,
Request pushback and engine
takeoff
start.
for the, hold on, takeoff this. Is there trim set? Trim automatically set or no?
Approved. Face northeast.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast, FedEx 846 Heavy.
Alright, northeast for pushback. So let's go up here. That's all good.
Cross runway 9
Okay.
left at Alpha Tree.
Northeast for the pushback.
Yankee 10.
Cross 9er left at Alpha Tree. Continue via Bravo. Yankee 10, Delta 1669.
There's a big old plane. So I'm going to push back here.
Delta
Perfect.
813 Heavy.
Release the parking brake. Request a pushback. Hold. Pushback commencing. Let's go up here to the top. And we need to turn on APU lead. Then we go on down below here. We go into start. Give it a couple seconds.
Runway 22 left via uniform
And start
niner.
engine number 1.
Bravo, Yankee, Yankee 10.
Oh, here, you got a little piece of paper.
Runway niner left. Delta 8, 13 heavy.
Alright, and now you can see rotations going here. And engine number 1 should start up. Cool. I need to restart. Please wait for me. Yeah, I'll wait for you.
Delta Tree 34 heavy.
You make do
Metro
broke? Oh
ground,
no.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northeast.
I just need 5 minutes, no problem. Take your time. Gia, thanks for the subscription. Welcome on in. Yeah, we'll wait for you.
Taxi for departure.
This takes a bit for the plane to get going anyway, so we got time.
Delta 1716. Runway 22 left, taxi via Juliet 8. Juliet, Quebec, Bravo, Yankee, Yankee 10. Hold short, runway 9 left.
Runway 22 left via Juliet 8, Juliet, Quebec, Bravo, Yankee, Yankee 10. Hold short,
Where'd they
runway
move?
9
Oh, here it
left,
is.
Delta 1716.
So my VRAM's looking good. So we gotta do our standby now. Engine number 1 is... It's gonna say available here. There it is. Engine number 1's available. Let's go down here and start engine number 2. And P2's loading this in perfect. Let's go over here. It says we need to activate our standby. So to do that, we go here to FMS2, go to Survey, and we go to default settings and confirm. And that's going to turn on our TCAS. And then I like to just change this back over to FMS2 and then have it on performance, because eventually we have to go into approach here. Okay, so we have that all set up, ready to go. Oh, don't forget the poll. Yeah, let me do the poll while we're waiting for P2. Is FENIX working on a 330? Thank you, Will. Alright, polls up. And then Irishman's pointing out that we do have, there's P2 over there now, that we have New Sky. For those interested, if you'd like to join us on New Sky, you can go to newsky.app to download the app. It's completely free. And if you'd like to join our airline, fly Lex.
Delta 1669. Contact Metro Tower 1 Tree 5.0.
Actually, I should change that. We're waiting for P2. Let me change that.
Delta
What's it called?
1669.
Streamlabs. Let me change that intro, or the text real quick. You let me know when you're ready, P2, and then I'll get taxi clearance. Let's get some music. Okay, cloud box, right? Yeah. Commands.
Delta 334 Heavy, request taxi.
Lex. Here we go.
Delta Tree 34 heavy. Runway 22 left, taxi via uniform niner. Bravo, Yankee, Yankee 10. Hold short, runway niner left.
Runway 22 left via uniform niner. Bravo, Yankee, Yankee 10. Hold short, runway niner left. Delta 334 Heavy.
Okay. Alright, I updated the FlyLex information, so let's see if it works. FlyLex. I have a feeling my plane's broken. Uh-oh, that's no good. What's going on, P2? Alright, there's our new FlyLex information. Alright, ready to taxi. Okay, cool. We'll get the taxi clearance here.
And engine start.
SkyWest 3885, Metro Ground, pushback approved. Face northeast.
So I'm guessing taxi via
SkyWest 3885.
Bravo Kilo. Metro Ground, FedEx 846 Heavy, ready to taxi to the active. I forgot to change my runway. I forgot to change my call sign.
FedEx 846 Heavy, runway 22 left, taxi via uniform 9er,
Okay,
Bravo.
so
Hold short, runway 9er
leads
left.
off, master switch is off.
Runway 22 left taxi via uniform 9er, Bravo.
Forward call,
Hold
all
short,
call,
runway 9er
mid
left.
call.
FedEx 846 Heavy.
And then we're gonna go to taxi lights on.
Delta 1716, cross runway 9er left at Alpha
And
Tree.
then flaps.
Continue taxi via Bravo.
Spoilers are armed. Auto brakes RTO.
Runway 9er left at Alpha 3.
And
Taxi via Bravo.
takeoff
Yankee
config.
10, Delta 1716.
Still says cabin ready. Flaps are coming down. Alright, flaps are ready. Alright, what are we doing? Uniform 9 Bravo, hold short 9 left. Alright, we're following that delta in front of us. I was gonna ask you that. Get out of my head. Alright. Now this plane I feel like I taxi really fast with, so I gotta watch that ground speed so I don't get dinged on it. With APL. I'll start chrono. Alright, here we are holding short 9 left.
FedEx 846 Heavy, hold position for traffic.
Hold position, FedEx 846 Heavy.
This is a very nice add-on.
FedEx 846 Heavy, continue taxi.
I continue, I'm just holding short
Continue
now, bud.
taxi, FedEx 846 Heavy.
FedEx 846 Heavy, cross runway 9er left at Alpha Tree. Continue taxi via Bravo, Yankee 10.
Cross runway 9er left at Alpha 3. Continue taxi via Bravo, Yankee 10, FedEx 846 Heavy.
Alright, so we're gonna take this via Bravo and Yankee. Okay. Can we do cabin ready yet? There we go. And then takeoff config, you come on down here. And right here. Alright, all green. Come on, plane. Jeez. Get moving. Alright. Takes a bit for this plane to get rolling. It's a big old plane. Alright, then we're going to go on to... Here's Bravo. We're going to go on to Yankee. And then we're going to take it all the way down to Yankee 10.
SkyWest 3885, ready to taxi to the active.
Watch the speed, watch the speed.
SkyWest 3885, runway 22 left taxi via Quebec.
Now the one thing is, when I did this
Yankee
flight last
10,
night, it was a
hold
night
short,
flight,
runway
and
9er left.
it was really bright. The screens are just crazy bright.
Runway 22 left taxi via Quebec, Bravo.
Crazy
Yankee,
bright.
Yankee 10. Hold short runway 9er left, SkyWest 3885.
It's a very nice Detroit. Like, it's freeware, right?
Delta 1716,
It's limited,
contact
but
Metro Tower
it's very nice.
135.0.
And there's no big old bump.
Tower 135.0.
Alright, there goes that Delta taking off. So we should be right behind them. Let's see if we can find P2. Let's see, there's the Delta doing something. There's P2 right over here. Looks like P2's gonna be taking off the other runway. Runway 21. That's the one we were supposed to get. I think this plane has the same issues with the outside view. Look at the main threads. We'll do a test in the sky. Alright, so we got Yankee 9, then Yankee 10 for the next one.
FedEx 846
Your top bar is broken?
contact
I heard
Metro
people
Tower
having problems with that.
135.0. Have a good one.
Contact Tower
Is it not showing up?
135.0, FedEx
Like this? Isn't it
846
showing up?
Heavy.
Metro Tower, FedEx 846 Heavy, ready to go runway 22 left.
FedEx 846 Heavy Metro Tower, wind variable, RNOP to
Alright.
ratio, runway
Landing
22
lights
left, cleared for
on,
takeoff.
takeoff on.
Runway 22 left, RNOP to ratio, cleared for takeoff. FedEx 846 Heavy.
Alright, let's go flying. So we're just going to follow the RNAV out for departure. ass plane. It takes an awful lot to get moving. I think I gotta reconfigure my throttles. Alright, here we are lined up. Throttle's coming up. And main thrust. Which one am I supposed to do here? Main thrust. And toga. Oh, it's blurry. Oh, the whole bar is blurry?
V1.
Rotating. Pull back slightly. It's a big old plane. Gently. There we are, airborne. And gear going up. Bring that nose up more.
FedEx 846 Heavy reset transponder squawk 1510.
Squawk 1510.
Oops, I forgot to set
FedEx
that.
846 Heavy.
1510. Whoopsie daisy.
FedEx 846 Heavy, contact Detroit departure.
Contact Detroit departure. FedEx 846 Heavy. See you.
Alright. And then we can
Detroit
go to our departure
FedEx
charts.
846 Heavy. Good day, 2,900
It's really nice to be able to
feet.
see the charts right here. I will say that. This has been one of the coolest
FedEx
things.
846 Heavy,
And now you can
Detroit
also
departure,
use, I think they
radar
added the
contact,
LIDO
climb
charts.
maintain flight level 190.
So you can use the default charts.
Climb maintain
in
flight
the sim.
level 190.
We're
FedEx
cruising all the way up to
846
flight level 400. It is super rare I go that high up. Super rare. Spoilers are disarmed. Alright, bring that nose down. Gotta gain some speed. Looks a little blurry out there. Looks like it's not loading in. What if they're having some server issues? Bring that nose down just a little bit more. A little bit more. All right, we have a 7,000 restriction here, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on autopilot, let it do its thing. Okay, very good, stable departure. And I don't think it has the same problem. That's nice and smooth. Yeah. It's interesting, you can't use GSX. The whole thing's blurry. I also lost you, P2. Are you airborne already? Or did you have to cancel? Because GSX is broken? I keep losing it? Or keep losing you? Okay, so it's the multiplayer. Okay, it's just the servers down. I'm pretty sure with sim updates, they have you on a different server. And I don't think they have a lot of bandwidth for these servers. So I'm sure it's just that. Alright, so note to self, in the future we won't do group flights, planned group flights when we're in betas. Okay, so you can see on our chart here we have 7,000 restriction here, but once we get past that, we'll be able to climb up to 400. So it should start climbing, I think, soon. There we go. Switch over to climb mode. This is how we test things, yeah. Also, my left side EFB doesn't work on the FENIX. What? The EFB doesn't work? Did you download the new update that Irishman was talking about? Irishman said there was like a super tiny update. I wonder if that is causing issues. always seem like we're going so slow in the sky. But like you look down, we're cruising. Matthew, welcome in. So far so good with the 350. We're on our very early stages of this departure. Very, very early stages. It was, I would say it was stable. You know, it was very stable on the ground. All right, come up on 10,000. And landing lights are coming off. Okay, fantastic. So, let's look down here. We didn't set our arrival yet, so let's go ahead and start preparing for that, even though there's a high chance we'll get a runway change. I'm going to go ahead and plan for it. 9 via the ILS. The star, as of right now, is the Bluz. Transition is the PXY. Papa X-Ray Victor. And then temporary flight plan. And let's insert it. Alright, we have that all set. And it's going to start calculating, doing this thing. It's going to update the times as well. So, top of descent, we're expecting to reach at 1747. So, about 50 minutes or so for that. I'm getting 60 FPS natively. Natively, really? That's really good. I definitely have... Oh, this P2. Are you using auto FPS as well? Yeah, these blurry down here. I'm guessing server issues. That's pretty crappy looking. $17.53 for you. Okay, so we're pretty close on track. What's going on with the main threads, though? Yeah, my FPS is inconsistent right now. Very inconsistent. So we have that poll up there for those interested to answer. Do you think FENIX is working on a 330? In sim FSR only. Oh, really? So you're not even using auto FPS? Interesting. I think auto FPS is what's causing my lower quality graphics here, because it's down to 62 right now, which is really interesting. Because typically by this point I'd be up to 250 now. Yeah, it's definitely auto FPS. It's limiting where it's generating.
All aircraft be advised information Lima now current altimeter
15,000. How come the little star's not on here? The little dot's not on here. I don't understand. Wasn't there normally a dot? Or maybe I'm thinking FENIX. Maybe it doesn't have the dot in this plane.
FedEx 846 heavy contact.
This plane takes forever to climb. Such a big plane. Alright, we're off the charts here, right? Oh no, we're just about off the charts now. So then we can go to en route. Now this one, unlike the 306, actually has your flight plan. And on this one, you can change it to whatever you want to do here. So we have world, night, which I like the nighttime. Or you can do IFR, VFR.
Climb and maintain flight level 400, FedEx 846 Heavy.
It's a little sluggish. You can't move it. That's fine. So we departed Detroit. We're heading to Memphis. What's our ETA? ETA currently is 1832. What do you have for an ETA, P2? We have 1832 for the arrival. Currently, where's the time in this plane? Oh, it's saying 1816 here, but APL's giving me 1831. Interesting. Where's the time in this plane? Where's the clock? Clock. Standard pressure. Clock. Where's the clock? Oh, here. 1702. Okay, so an hour. Really? That can't be right. Hour 16. It's an hour and 15 minutes or so. I wonder who's gonna be right though, APL or the plane. Mine's inconsistent too. And P2's gonna step away for a few moments, no worries. It's a very nice looking plane. It definitely performs really nicely here in 2024 with the SimBrief 4. There's no doubt about it. But it doesn't have the issues that the 306 has, the premium version at least. You can go as close to it and as far away from it, and the frames, you know, they'll drop, they'll just start here and there, but nothing like that plane. It's not in the purple, at least. We got like some fog here. I wonder what that's from. I wonder if it's like the CIs, like the cost index is just so low in this plane that it just takes forever to climb. Where's P2 at? Did we lose P2 again? Yeah, I think we lost P2. Oh, no, he's up there. He's like way up there. It's gonna be like half the flight trying to climb. The modeling is just really, really good. Just incredible. And this is the no cabin, so I can save on some of the FPS. So it only loads in like the essentials. Okay, so we have, gosh, we have like 100 nautical miles before we get to cruise. That's crazy. So top of climb is supposed to be at 17. Oh, hold on, that can't be right. Yeah, okay, that's right. Okay, so 12 minutes or so to reach flight level 400. And then we'll be cruising for quite a little bit. So here's distances, right? So 164, 180, 210, 220. It's about 220 miles, nautical miles, we'll be cruising for before we start our top of descent. And I'm not going to put in our arrival information yet because we do have a bit to go here. I have a feeling we're gonna get that runway change. It's awfully quiet with BeyondATC as well. I'm gonna switch to my local voices. I haven't put on. I switched over to back to basic, but I'll back to local voices. Good afternoon, Billy. I saw you in New Sky a little bit ago. Let's see if I see any updates for the FENIX that Irishman was talking about. I don't see anything. I wonder, it's got to be just a livery bug or something, or maybe an installer bug. Yeah, it's got to be. Let me go ahead and update Atlanta. I always forget. Came in Memphis.
FedEx 846 Heavy. Contact Indianapolis Center 128.075.
Center on 128.075.
I'm going to change my traffic back to 5 for departure and arrivals and see if that.
Indianapolis Center, FedEx 846 Heavy. Good day.
I'm going to increase in route to 7.
For flight level 400 direct sinker.
Alright, see if that helps.
FedEx 846 Heavy, Indianapolis Center, good day.
And okay, so yeah, it looks like APL is starting to catch up now. Now it's saying 1820, 1816 here. If we do signal runway 9, it's going to be about a 180 up in the sky, but I know 9 is what FedEx uses from time to time. I just don't know if that's what we'll get. I don't think so. I don't know if I've ever landed runway 9 in Memphis before. Pretty sure I haven't. This plane has a bunch of options you can do too. So we get auto remove covers. Oh, here we go. So you can do that. I think that's what I was talking about earlier. Because I don't remember seeing an option to remove the covers. Auto. Oh, so auto means it saves the previous state. I bet you. Okay. So I want to change it to on GPU probably. I'm going to turn this on. I don't want to do it now because I don't want to break anything. Here you can change display refresh rate so that it gives you better performance as well. Like they've done a lot of different things that hopefully can help with some stuff. This is what I need to calibrate to verify this is all set up properly. I don't think I have set it up for a long while. Oh, you can turn all this stuff off now. That's cool. Here's all the callouts. And then just like with the 306, you can adjust the sounds of certain things, which is really, really cool. And then here's SimBrief. And then we have APU disconnects. Pause at top of descent. What does that mean? Auto GPS disconnect, yes. Auto steps, no. Time compression's off. Max compression. Import step. Yeah, there's a lot of buttons. A lot of options.
Expect 313, flight level 450.
EJET 313, Indianapolis Center, radar contact.
Alright, push back our top of descent, or sorry, top of climb by about 2 minutes. Which I expected to even go further back. As we get higher in altitude, it's going to be harder for the plane to maintain its speed and the pitch angle.
FedEx 846 Heavy, contact Indianapolis Center 135.125. Have a good day.
There's an event going on with APL right now.
Indianapolis Center 135.125,
It's
FedEx 846 Heavy.
What is it, Burlington? No, it's not Burlington. I can't remember. I think it's Burlington into Detroit. I thought about doing that instead of this flight here. I really thought about it, but I don't think 350 is ideal for that airport. I might still do it tonight.
FedEx 846 Heavy, Indianapolis Center. Good day.
There's P2 at. He cut out? Or there, is that him? No, that's a cloud. Is he in front of me? I lost you, P2. That's really interesting because Auto FPS is still at 62. That's really interesting. I wonder why. I guess that's just can also confirm issues such as this plane isn't still not optimized at Sim Update 4. That's really interesting.
Air Canada 1050. Contact Indianapolis Center 120.475.
Burlington, Detroit, super kick. Oh, you did it this morning? Nice.
Contact Indianapolis Center 120.475. Air
Yeah, I saw it was.
Canada
It's only like 400. I shouldn't say only. For me, it's long. Like 400 and something nautical miles, but it's a big payout, and then your XP is an extra 100% more. So if you normally get, you know, let's say 80 FPS or every FPS, if you normally get like 80 XP, if you complete the flight and, you know, based on your performance of the flight, you can get 160, up to 160 XP. Some people get confused and think that it means you're going to get 200%. You're going to get like some 200% XP or something. And I understand where they're coming from. I think the wording is weird on there. Maybe they should change it to like 2x. Instead of percentage, just do like 2x. Because I used to think when I first got into it that it was like 200% XP. And it is, technically. You know, it's not 100% your XP, it's double what you normally get. But I thought it was like 200% of something else. But there's no other XP on the screen. You know, it tells you your payout, money payout, which is like, I think that flight's like $500. But it's interesting that like APL doesn't give you more XP for longer flights. It's just for the flight itself. Like it's either you get, I don't know if it's less than 100 and whatever nautical miles, you get half what you normally get or close to that. But it seems like the cap's like, unless it's an event, the cap seems to be whatever you get paid out from the airline. And it's not based on the long route either. So like if you have a 2,000 mile flight, it's still the same as if you did a 400 nautical mile flight. At least that's what I'm seeing from when Irishman's been posting in the APL channel. I've been seeing that. And his XP hasn't like been jumping through the roof with some of the long hauls.
Center on 120.65, FedEx
Which then
846 Heavy.
makes me question, like, what's the reason to do a long haul?
Indianapolis Center,
Other than
FedEx
saying you've done it.
846 Heavy, good day.
You know?
Through flight level 343 for flight level
It's interesting.
400.
FedEx 846 Heavy,
Now we have
Indianapolis
about
Center,
5
roger.
nautical miles to top of climb. Sorry, 5,000 feet to top climb. And we're sitting at 1721, so it's gone up another minute. So we're getting closer and closer. This is the highest I've flown for quite a while. It does help. It's a little bit of a longer flight a lot longer than I normally do. And APL is now saying 1814 for their arrival, 1816. So yeah, they're catching up to each other.
Exec Jet 313, Indianapolis.
I wonder
Center.
what APL gets for its information. And what's top of descent estimated time? 1747. So 30 minutes? Oh wait, no. What did it say? 47? Where is it at? Lost it. Yeah, 47. Okay. I refuse to answer your poll. I have too much want and hope. Welcome back, NJ Russ. New US hub and flight schedules now posted. Should be fun. Enjoy, everyone. Ooh, new hub. Let's check it out. Let me launch up New Sky. Alright, so My Airlines and Flylex, and then we click on this guy, right? Alright, so we have... Ooh, Alaska. So we shifted. We gotta move our planes. Look at all our planes around Boston. Okay, so we have Alaska flights. Fantastic. And is that the only ones we have? Just Alaska? Oh no, here we go. We got Japan? Ooh. Very, very cool. So if we go into My Flights, Book Flight, Schedule Flight. So here's all the flights we currently have that Irishman just came up with. Very, very cool. That's cool to have Alaska and Japan. Is this what you looked at, like when you were looking at doing this, were you working on, like what's making us money? I did, let's see, which flight did I do the other day? It was an APL event. It was a short hop. It was really cool though, really, really cool. I think it's like my second flight ever in Japan. And I've done a handful of these flights before. Very cool. Is that only for... Is it... Can you do cargo as well? No, okay, so you have to do separate ones for cargo. So you have to book or schedule... Okay, I see. Interesting. So that's only for passengers. Very cool. Alright, almost at top of climb. The 300 flight, it went okay. My issue with the 300 though is it still has the drone issue, which means like, bring up FPS here. So if you go on the outside of it, it has that major FPS hit. Like it seems to happen in this plane too. Not as bad with Sim Update 4, but it seems to happen in this plane a little bit too. Like it's much, much better. In Sim Update 3, it's like purple. It's really, really bad. In Sim Update 4, it's substantially better. So it has that issue, and it also has the auto switching of comms with BeyondATC. And that's been an issue. That was an issue with this plane when it launched. It's been an issue with that plane forever. Now the question is, I don't know if the compatible version has that issue or not. I would have to say yes. If I had to guess, I would say yes, but I don't know for sure. But it went fine. It went fine. Something happened on the approach. The localizer, it got captured and then it just lost its mind. so I had to hand fly the approach. Which it could have been user error because it was really, really tight. Like, but it worked. It worked. I'm gonna stick with the compatible version. Japan has a couple screwed ups I need to fix. Okay. Once I get all liveries, it will be awesome. Yeah, he's becoming an airline manager. Irishman's working on moving the planes.
Contact Indianapolis Center 124.775.
I don't use drone mode. I have
Contact Indianapolis Center
aero lens from flight
124.775.
panels,
FedEx 846
so I
heavy.
can just use Stream Deck to change views.
Indianapolis Center.
Really?
FedEx 846
Aero
heavy. Good
lens?
day. Flight level 400.
What is aero lens? Good look at
FedEx
that.
846 Heavy, Indianapolis Center. Copy.
Aero lens. Alright, so here's aero lens. What is this? So you have to buy each one individually. So if you bought the FENIX,
Indianapolis Center, Delta 2147, flight level 182.
Delta 2147, Indianapolis
okay,
Center.
so it's just shortcuts, right? Yeah, it looks like it's just shortcuts to camera angles. Interesting. That's really expensive for camera angles. Looks nice though. Looks really, really nice. You need to buy for each variant, very similar to their other stuff. Because they also have the autopilot profiles and aircraft profiles. So $31 for a profile for the FENIX. But does this include the aero lens? Or is this just the profile? I don't see anything about cameras in here, so I'm guessing not. Move the forward and back. That's kind of cool. It's interesting. Alright, top descent is at 50. At least that's what APL is telling me. The sim is telling me 47. Okay. But they have a lot of camera angles. Yes, it's expensive, but I obviously brought it onto the Stream Deck. Yeah, I don't have the big Stream Deck. I have two of the smaller ones, not like the super small, but the 15 key. Yeah, I have two of the 15 key ones. I would like to buy like a big one at some point, but like I have a key binding set up now for the gear, so when the WinWing products come out and I switch over to that, that's the only thing I'm really missing from the Bravo, I think. Yeah, pretty sure. Oh, okay, so it is just a profile. They often have a buy one get one. That's when you buy them. Okay, cool. Yeah, it does look interesting. I wonder if they have smaller profile versions, like for the 15 key. Okay, top of descent is still a little bit of ways, but let's start preparing the arrival then, in case we do actually get runway 09. Okay, so into Memphis. We're expecting the Bluz. And then approach. We have that set. Airport. Approach is Runway 9. Airport info. Cool. Okay, so then if we click on this guy, here's all of our info. Here's oh, I don't want that. Go back to the. Okay. So for the arrival, if we are on the Bluz approach, we can set our altitude down to landing. That's runway 36, runway 9, so 10,000 feet for our altitude. Here's the information for the approach to come in runway 9. So if we come to runway 9, the gates are right here, unless we want to pretend we're FedEx, go over here. And then airport. So yeah, again, here's runway 9. We'll probably exit. I don't think we'll make Yankee. So we'll probably exit all the way down to the end. If that's the case, we'll just backtrack here and park FedEx land. I don't know if I want to taxi all over here to the terminal. I have a feeling that we're going to get a runway change. I just don't know what it's going to be. Planes have been moved. Fantastic. They can also be loaded on a 32 or 15 key. It's also included. Oh, really? Okay, so they do include the other options. Okay, cool. That's neat. I think when the WinWing stuff comes out, I think I'll consider looking into it. Does it have comms too? Can you change the comms with it? Because that's primarily what I use. I use the comms and the squawk code. That's primarily what I use for flight sim input stuff. I got the speed indicator, which I like. I have elevator and rudder information. That's about the most I use for the flight sim. Mostly the Stream Deck is just loading in. I mean, quick hotkeys. It's like I have a Moza on there. I have APL and FSU IPC, so I hit that one button and it launches both of them for me. And my record button, and I have all my OBS buttons. But mostly it's launch, and then it also gives me my system information, temps and usage. So what I like about this plane is it really gives you a lot of, gives you a lot of information, like right here. So your flight time's 37 minutes, your current time's there. I like just, everything's just right in your face with this plane. You don't really have to look a lot. As long as you know where to look. And then Chronos, here's the time right here. So this is when we start taxiing. This is when we took off. P2, what was the airport you said it wasn't long enough in Japan? Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't remember which airport that was. I think P2 still stepped away. Alright, we're over... What are we over? Kentucky. So Louisville is just off to our left up here. There's no way we'll see it because auto FPS is still super low. It's interesting that it's so low. I wonder if it's... I'll have to test it to see if it's OBS that's also causing it. Or not. We're still not getting any noise from BeyondATC, no traffic. I'm gonna switch back to basic voices. And then I'm also gonna launch up traffic map. Alright, Alright, here's traffic map. Let's see if there's any planes around us.
FedEx 846 Heavy, contact Indianapolis Center 128.3.
There's a bunch of planes around us.
Contact Indianapolis Center 128.3, FedEx 846 Heavy. Indianapolis Center, FedEx 846 Heavy, good day, flight level 400.
Envoy 3356, turn right, heading 36.
This plane is doing our exact flight. That's cool. Detroit to Memphis. In a 170. That's awesome. What's the coincidence of that?
Indianapolis Center, copy. Southwest 3420, contact Memphis Center 133.65. Have a good one.
Center on 133.65.
Okay, maybe the local voices are broken. Because all of a sudden now we got traffic.
Have a good day.
Or no, what was it? I was on basic. No, I'm basic now. It was on local. Okay, so maybe local is broken still. Let's see. The bonus flight in AK is going to be the Dutch Harbor flight. I've got the deadliest catch on the brain. I wasn't getting any traffic audio with BeyondATC yesterday either, or very little. Are you using the local voices or basic? I kind of bounce between the both of them. Bounce between both of them. For top of descent, so we still have about 14 minutes. Irishman said he's had no issues with it, with local. I like the local voices. What did I say for altitude? 10,000? Yeah, 10,000. Now, in theory, this plane should set up everything for the arrival on its own, with the exception for the approach, which I'm still going to wait to put in because I'm not confident we're going to get runway 9 for the arrival. Well, I suppose I could ask.
Envoy 3356, clear direct PXV, resume own navigation.
Clear direct PXV. Resume own navigation. Envoy 3356.
I wonder if that was that plane we were looking at.
Brickyard 5678, Indianapolis Center, expect Blues 5, runway 18 center.
Expect Blues 5, runway 18 center, Brickyard 5678.
Alright, weather in Memphis. Currently looking at winds are 120 at 10, so a little breezy, but nothing crazy. Temperatures at 27. Visibility is nice and clear at 10.
Envoy 3356,
And we might have a little bit of rain, though. A little bit of rain. Nothing crazy.
Contact Memphis Center.
But you might have a little rain
1.65, Envoy
coming into Memphis.
3356. Have a good day.
Sprinkles, if anything. Top of descent should be in the next 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can get what our arrival information is going to be. Indianapolis Center, FedEx 846 Heavy. Just wondering, what's our arrival and runway today into Memphis?
FedEx 846 Heavy, arrival runway at Memphis is 09er. Active runways are 09er, 18 center, 18 left, and 18 right.
Okay, so we're either going to get runway 9 or we're going to get 18. And it's saying active runway is runway 9, so we might still be on 9. If it's 9, this is like, I think the first time I've ever landed runway 9.
Indianapolis Center, Delta 2746.
So if that's the case, we'll get top of descent pretty quick here.
Delta 2746, Indianapolis Center, radar contact. FedEx 846 Heavy, Indianapolis Center, expect Blues 5, runway 18 center.
Oh, we changed it. We'll expect Blues 5, runway 18 center. FedEx 846 Heavy. Okay, so there we go. We asked for it, and then we got to change. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put in our new runway 18 center. I knew we were going to get changed. I knew it. Oh, that was too good to be true to be runway 9. It would have been cool. But this works out better for taxiing instructions. Or taxi distance. Okay, 18 center. So let's go ahead and put that in. 18 center via the ILS. And star is still going to be the Bluz. And transition is still going to be PX Victor. Temporary and insert. Okay, it readjusted all that jazz. And everything should still be good. Everything's looking fine here. Cool. Okay, let's go ahead and start putting in then our other stuff for the arrival. So, you can use like your physical buttons if you want to for this stuff, but you have to hold down like Alt or something, or I don't remember. I can't remember the command, so I'm just not going to use that. But if you do it this way, it will automatically go to the next section. So our temperature is 27, so 27 enter, and this jumps down for us. Q. And then 3011 for the QNH. Enter, and then we'll go down to the minimums. And that's going to be 657. Enter. Bam. There we go. Alright, plane is set up for the arrival. And top of descent's not going to change, right? Top of descent's at 1747, so about 8 minutes. And then runway 18. So let's go ahead and adjust our map over here then. Terminal charts. We're going to go ahead and unpin runway 8. And then runway 18 center we're pinning. Okay, so we're going to be landing runway 8 center, which is this guy here. Probably going to exit Charlie 1. Backtrack. That's going to be a tighter turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and Echo and Juliet, and then just find a gate to park at for that. And everything else is pretty much the same here. I think we might have a lower altitude though. 18 center, nope, still 10,000. Okay. And then our ILS 18 center, used to that one. We're going to fly right over FedEx for this one. 18 center right there. And then we want to be at 3,000 feet. And we already looked at the airport information, but yeah, we're going to fly right over FedEx here. So FedEx parks in all this area. Here's a big FedEx building. We'll fly right over it, right there. I was looking at the map the other day, like Google Maps, and there's a weird like prison-looking building here on this side of the, like outside the airport. It's really weird. Definitely looks like a prison. Yeah, the performance is pretty good. It's stable. I have no major issues with it. The one thing though, Will, that I'm noticing is with auto FPS. Now I have to verify to see if this is an auto FPS issue with OBS or if it is indeed the 350
Brickyard 5678.
and the 306 maybe too. But auto FPS won't go above 62 for the TOD, where I can typically get 250 when I'm, you know, at this high of an altitude. So that I need to test. That will just also confirm that the Indybuild products are still heavy on FPS, as we, I think, all agree is the case. But I know that OBS does use a lot of resources, especially as, you know, when you're streaming at a higher resolution like I am. Well, actually, I'm streaming at 1080p now, but nevertheless. But the FPS has been stable. It's been good. We'll see what happens when we get into Memphis, because I have landed in Memphis now a couple different times with different planes, and it's all been fine. Alright, once we get top of descent, I'm going to go ahead and step away for just a few moments, and then we'll start preparing for the arrival into Memphis. And today's stream is going to be pretty much like yesterday's stream, actually. About 3 hours and whatever minutes. I'm going to buy the stream deck. Maybe Jay can have a benefit from that. Can have a benefit from that? Like, are you gonna buy a stream deck? Yeah, I have two of them. I have two of the 15p ones. And like I was saying earlier, I use it for shortcuts. You know, launching apps and whatnot. I also have on my PC, not all, but most of the important stuff, like GPU percentage and temperature, that kind of stuff. But a lot of it's just shortcuts to launch apps. And of course I have my comms and my squawk stuff. I don't remember if you said if that's available in the profiles. Jay, I saw the overhead panel from WF, and it's not for me. Yeah, I don't know. Like the overhead panel, I think they're cool things. It's just that you have to have the right setup for that. You have to have the right space.
Southwest 3420.
I think that's the biggest problem with some of that overhead stuff. Like, you can find a way to make it work. I think I can find a way to make it work with this setup I have now. Get some sort of arm that comes over. But I'd be too nervous about, like, it being too wobbly and then breaking stuff. Plus, like, realistically, for me, the controls I want are ones that I use so frequent and that just make ease of use in the sim. You know, make it easy to use in the sim. You know, so like having the FCU was a huge thing, because I use, you know, turn the autopilot. It's so much nicer than going in here and turning them here. I can turn them really fast or slower with physical keys. You know, that's what I love most about the Honeycomb Bravo, is that it has that, you know, has an autopilot panel as well. It's just really nice to have the digital version of it with the WinWing FCU, so I can see the actual altitude, see the actual heading, all that kind of jazz. It's really nice. I know you can see it here, but also, like, if you're looking right down here, let's say you're like looking at stuff and you're like, hey, descend to maintain this, whatever, you can just do it without even moving your screen. It's really nice. And like the overhead panel stuff, like, I don't know. I just don't use, other than using it to start up the plane and stuff, you know, right? You don't really go up there and do that often. You're not doing it during flight very often. So for me, it's just, I don't need it. I get those people who need it. I think it's really cool, and the pricing is cool and all that jazz. But for my kind of setup, it's not necessary. I'm going to buy the WinWing throttle, and then I'll end up eventually buying, when they come up with the gear one, I'll buy that one because I want that. And I think that's about it. I am still considering, like, the joystick stuff, figuring out what I want to do with that, if I want to go full joystick or if I want to stick with the yoke. But I think I'm going to experiment with the right-handed joystick for a little bit, see if I can get better at a joystick. Space I have, but P2 also said it's not motorized, so when you leave the panel switch, when you start again, your plane is bugged. Oh yeah, that could be a problem for sure. Yeah, that could be a major issue. Like, all the switches I'd use now, like, you know, the only times I have issues if I'm doing a test, right? and or the sim crasher or something like that, and I forget to move my gear lever from up to down, right? Or I forget to move the throttle.
Heavy, descend via Blues 5 arrival.
But yeah, with the panel, overhead panel, yeah, you have all these switches. You got to turn back. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Descend via Blues 5 arrival.
All right, we got our descent instructions.
Runway 18 center,
So let's go ahead and start descent.
846 heavy.
Okay, I'm gonna step away for just a few moments as we make our approach into Memphis. Be right back.
Memphis Center, Southwest 1702, descending via Bush Tree, flight level 387.
Southwest 1702, Memphis Center, roger. Southwest for 21, contact Memphis Center 133.85, see you.
Center on 133.85, Southwest 421.
Brickyard 5678, contact Memphis Center 128.05, have a good one.
Contact Memphis Center 128.05, Brickyard 5678, take care.
All right, how we sitting here? 30,000 feet and arrival within the next 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes or so. I mean 1-8, so it should be pretty damn close to a straight in arrival. You know, a little bit to the left, but nothing crazy. We're on the Bluz approach, Bluz 5, and we're not quite on the charts yet. We'll be on there shortly. I guess I can bring them up on the charts here. Approach. Okay, so we're right there, coming on in for the arrival. I'm guessing we'll get a vector off to the left. I'm not quite sure at where though. Maybe here, where BeyondATC will give us that vector. J. Russ with the $10. Start your MD-11 purchase. Thank you, J. Russ. Much appreciate it. Yeah, I'm leaning pretty heavily towards it. I'm leaning really heavy towards it.
Center 128.05.
It looks like a really fun
FedEx
plane.
846 Heavy.
It's just that
Memphis
price tag
Center,
scares me.
FedEx 846 Heavy. Good
It's a
day.
lot of money.
Descending via Blues 5, flight level 280.
Let's bring it up here on the screen so you can all see it. The website's also confusing.
FedEx 846
Okay, so do you have the passenger or do you have the... Which one do you have, Jay? Do you have both of them? I thought they had like a combo. It's an older plane. It looks so much fun though. It kind of looks like a mashup of like an Airbus and the Boeing. Like I would get the freighter version for sure. I would totally get the freighter version. I obviously am at FedEx right now. I love the 3 engines. It's so cool. It's like a new age 727. You know, more complex 727.
Contact Memphis Center 134.65. Brickyard 5678.
Looks like just a fun plane. So we have an FMS, customized, advanced, AFS. We have, you can do computer displays or the CRTs, which is really cool to have both options. In-depth systems here. Customer options. Variants, one-click install, or a one-click control, SimBrief and flight plans, managed ground services, etc. Here's the pricing. So the freighter version is $70, and you can get the expansion for $10. I don't know what the extended simulation pack is. That's for $5. But $70 is like the really good price. I feel for if it's a high quality plane like I'm seeing. It looks like a winner. I have PAX 11. I have PAX X. Sorry, I have PAX X here. I haven't used it in forever. I don't even have it installed anymore. But yeah, you can buy the freighter version. I just gotta click the button. Jay, I have both pack. Sorry, I bought the pack that had both. Not sure if they still have it. Only fly the freighter, anyways. Yeah, I would definitely just get the freighter version.
FedEx 846 Heavy, contact Memphis Center 3465.
That's what I would do.
Contact Memphis Center 3465.
I'm thinking it's probably gonna happen. They don't make a 717
Memphis
for
Center,
2024 or Flight Sim. It's for X-Plane or something, or
level 233.
maybe it's for P3D.
FedEx 846
Oh,
Heavy,
yeah.
Memphis Center.
P3D, I guess. And I have Pack X it's like a career mode. It adds in sounds for like passengers and flight attendants and all that kind of jazz. And you can also talk to it, which I thought was kind of cool. You can make your own announcements if you want to. It has records of your flight. It's very basic, but $30. I haven't used it in forever. I'm just surprised they haven't updated it yet. Like a new version of it. I guess if it works, it works. Oh yeah, I forgot. It also has on the bottom of your flight, it has all the stuff going on. So the current stage and the satisfactory and all that stuff. It reminds me of Flow. I bet you this is where Flow got its inspiration from. The menu. But I haven't used it in forever. I should probably jump into it and see. Let's see, what do we got? The Lex team needs to donate today at the start of your vacation, so you can throw in a few bucks to get your freighter. Yeah, Jay, Will donated yesterday. We got 15 today. We had 15 or 20 yesterday. I guess that's, and then I can pitch in my other, 30 bucks, whatever it be. I think you're convincing me, Will, or Jay. I think you're convincing me. Maybe that's what I'll do today. Maybe I'll buy it today, and then do some studying, understand the plane, and then have it ready for tomorrow's stream. That would be fun. I did buy, so I had $20 gift card, well, $25 gift card for Steam. So I did buy F1 2025. Well, it's just called F1 25. I bought that yesterday because it cost me 20 bucks because it's on the Steam sale. And I think I'm going to return it. I think I'm going to refund it. Because, like, it does look better than F1 20. But, like, not, like, massive difference. And I also don't like the way the AI vehicles are. And I don't like the way the car handles. Like, I'm happier with 20. So I think I'm going to refund that because I only put 44 minutes into it. I'll test it again. I'll do one short flight, or not flight. I'll do one short race with it just to see, but I'm likely going to refund it. And then I'll just use that 20 bucks towards the MD-11. I said this in Discord, but I don't think we're getting that 737 until Sim Update 4 is launched. Which I wouldn't be surprised if Sim Update 4 doesn't launch until the end of the month. That's my guess. That's my guess. It seems pretty stable. There's still some issues. People are having issues, P2 was having issues with the menu up here. Some people are having issues with certain planes still, and there's another issue too. Oh yeah, the map, the world map. You can't get rid of the clouds right now. So there's still stuff like that. But it's still very stable. Very, very stable. So, yeah, I think... I don't see anything else coming out that I'm going to want to purchase. So, yeah. MD-11. It's happening. I'm excited. Add another freighter to my my collection of planes. And I'm having a blast flying for FedEx. I really am. It's because they're everywhere. It's so cool to have international flights booked within it. Like, we've done flights in Europe, we've done flights in Mexico. I've done flights in Japan. Like, it's so cool to have an airline that flies everywhere in the world, and then have these just random flights in there. And I can open up even more if I just decide to do like medium haul flights. But that's not happening. But it's so cool. It's so cool to have that with an airline. So like, and UPS is the same way. But I feel FedEx is more... FedEx has routes I like more. Plus I like Memphis. I really like Memphis. And I also fly out of Minneapolis, which I like. So I'm gonna probably be at FedEx for a while. Plus I'm like 32nd. I'm like 32nd. So maybe I can get top 10. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, J. Russ has FedEx for his second APL account. I really like it. It's fun. I continuously monitor the status of what's it called? Fly the line. I haven't seen any really big news from that point.
Memphis Center, Southwest 505, descending via Chine 3, flight level 375.
Southwest 505, Memphis Center, radar contact.
Okay, another update for First Officer, so I can update that too.
FedEx 846 Heavy. Contact Memphis.
I don't know if
119er. Point 1, have a good one.
I don't think
Contact
First
Memphis
Officer
approach.
has an MD-11.
FedEx 846 Heavy.
I don't think
Memphis
it does.
approach, FedEx 846 Heavy. 11,500. We have Oscar.
FSFO. I know he added the EJET and he added in what was it recently? He added in the EJET, he added in the ATR or something. So yeah, right now they don't have the MD-11.
Expect the visual approach, runway 18 center, FedEx 846.
I wonder if they'll add in the MD-11. Either way, I probably wouldn't want to use it right away. I gotta figure out my own flows. Alright, altimeter is looking at 3008, so let's go ahead and adjust that. 3008, we're almost at 10,000 feet for the arrival. Did you know the more aircrafts you have in APL, the more routes you open? Yes. Yes, I have... Oh, I have to get... Oh man, I just thought about that. I'll have to get... I don't think I have the MD-11 in APL. I don't want to check now, because I always get nervous messing with the menus in APL during a flight. Get landing lights on. I'll have to verify. I don't... No, I think I do have the MD-11 now that I think about it. Wing lights on, landing lights on. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, so with APL... Javis is bringing up a really good point here.
846 heavy, lead Copenhagen 240.
240. Is that if you want more routes with APL for certain airlines, you have to have as many aircrafts that they fly.
Radar vectors for visual approach, runway 18 center.
And so initially it takes a while to get, you know, a lot of routes with APL because you have to unlock all the licenses.
Heavy, turn right, heading 240.
240 for heading.
Turn right, heading 240, FedEx
See?
846.
I love having the physical buttons do that. On the fly. Alright, let's line this up for the ILS. Fantastic. Where's our speed going so fast though? Let's just activate the approach mode then. Speed's getting out of control. I'm gonna manage the speed of my own. I don't like what it's doing. Let's go 230. Actually, what's the restriction here? Yeah, 230. Okay, we'll hold where we are. Alright, there's our runway right there, so all's looking grand.
Brickyard 5678, descend.
Boy, it's been a while since I've done this long of a flight. And we have no further instructions for descending. Oh, P2, yeah, you're still here. I haven't seen you for a long while.
Brickyard 5678.
Multiplayer is definitely broken with Sim Update 4, but I think it's the server, like I was saying earlier. I think it's limited servers. P2, I don't know if you heard the news. I don't know if you've been back yet. I know you were talking to your mom, but Jay Russ donated the $10. We also got the $5. What was it? Will gave us. Is it $5 yesterday? 5 or 10? I can't remember. Or maybe 7. But anyways, with all the donations between yesterday and today, I'm pulling the trigger and I'm going to be getting the MD-11. So I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to get the MD-11. Or today, and then I'll do some testing of it, and then tomorrow's stream will be MD-11. We'll do a flight or two tomorrow, MD-11. I'm super excited. I was on a call with Mom, and then the mountain called. Of course. Alright, we haven't gotten any further instructions for descent, so we're maintaining where we are until otherwise told. It'll be 3,000 feet for the next one, so we still got some time yet, though. Still like 25 nautical miles before that point. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I've been looking at this plane for a very long time, watching videos. I've been very interested in this plane for forever. And then P2 donates the 14 Canadian dollars to us. Much appreciated, P2. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. So that's $25 today. That was $15. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, so we'll buy it. We'll buy it.
3,300 altimeter 3008. FedEx 846.
And then Jay with 5. another donation there. Jay Russ, thank you so much. This community is too amazing. You all are just incredible people. Yesterday you got $16 and now 10 from Jay and 10 from P2. I'm super excited. Thank you so much, Jay and Will and P2 and Maddie and oh shoot, who's the other one? Oh man, there's a newcomer yesterday. Shoot, I'm sorry. I know I thanked you yesterday, but I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the name today. 41 total. I can just take all that money and start drinking. I don't drink though. I don't drink. We gotta live through you. Oh, that's cool. I appreciate everyone. I really do. I really, really do. It's cool that, you know, we all came together and got that damn Jurassic World one. That one sucks. Wish I can get my money back on that one. I'm sure I could have reached out to Orbex and found a way to get money back on it, but whatever. Yeah, we have an amazing group here, Jay. Drinking in this economy. You're always drunk. I'm drunk on love. Okay, all's looking really good here. 3,000 feet. We want to be at 3,000 feet at Lowry here. So I think we need to drop a little bit faster. So I'm going to go ahead and drop our altitude, our V-speed a little bit more. 210. I got to find a profile now for the FCU. For the MD-11. I'm going to do that right now, actually, where we're flying. So it's really cool to do it. So we're going to go to flightsim.to. Bring it up on the screen here. Whoosh. And on flightsim.to, all you can do is type in Mobiflight, right? And then search for it. That's what I use, Mobiflight. And sometimes you have to use, like, the other search. Oh, where's it at? Oh, they got rid of the old one? That's crap. All right, and then click on Mobiflight Profiles. Oh, is that broken? I think they broke that, huh? Let's try Mobi and then type in 11. MD. Oh, here we go. Cool. Perfect. So here we go. Here's a profile. We have 3 of them available. This one seems to have the most downloads at 509. This is the... Oh, this is for the McDo. Here we go. So this is for the FCU. And then we have this one here that was a year ago as well. So we have 2 different profiles to pick from. I'm just going to start here. And I can download this dude.
We have the field, Brickyard 56.
And now I have the Mobiflight profile, and all I gotta do is install it and good to go. Does the MD-11... the MD-11 has all the liveries, right? Like it has the FedEx and UPS and all that jazz. I don't have to go grab those. It's all built into the base package, right, Jay? I just had a whiskey tea. Yes, delicious. What's the verdict on the A350? It performs better. My issue is the following, though, is this. I bring up auto FPS. You see it's at 62. In any other plane, while I'm flying, I can be at 250. But I don't know for sure if that's an issue with this plane or if it's an issue with OBS. You know, streaming. It could be OBS. It could very well be OBS. I kind of want to test it, actually. I want to test to see if I jump into, like, the FENIX or something like that with OBS. So I'll test that. I'll do that off stream. I don't want to bore you all with that. But I'll test it.
FedEx 846 Heavy. Airport is
Sweet tea and Maker's Mark. Oh. We have the field in sight. FedEx 846 Heavy. Alright, and then we're going to go ahead and go to approach mode. And then we're going to go to LS. And then we'll intercept the localizer here.
Cleared visual approach 18 center. FedEx 846 Heavy.
Alright, localizer's captured. Glide slope, we're slightly above it, so that's perfect. Altimeter 3008. Good, let's stop the jams.
Over to tower 119.7. Brickyard 56.
Yeah, see how it's blurry down here? This is not like that with any other plane. So again, I don't know if that's an OBS issue. I kind of want to test it on stream now. You all want to see that? You want to see if it's an OBS issue or if it's a plane issue? Alright, here we are. Intercepting localizer. Glide slope's next. We're not getting any distance, which is fine. We're 11 nautical miles out at this point. Let's go and bring out the first notch of flaps. Let's go on down here. And approach mode is armed. Perfect.
FedEx 846
Let's let the plane manage the speed.
Memphis Tower, FedEx 846 Heavy, visual runway 18 center.
All right, we're going to exit to the right once we land.
FedEx 846 Heavy, Memphis Tower, continue.
Wilco, FedEx 846 Heavy.
That's, yeah, my only thing, I know we're low now, so the auto FPS is going to lower itself anyways, but that's my one concern I have with this plane as of right now. Alright, looking good. And we are... Alright, we need to go a second notch of flaps. Let's go gear it down for the arrival. 18 center, exit to the right. We're looking to exit Charlie 1 at least. But if we can get Papa, that'd be great. But it's probably going to be Charlie 1. What's the verdict on 350? It performs good. Like, substantially better than in the past. But audio FPS is really, really low. So I don't know if it's because the system's hogging, like OBS is hogging it, or if it's the plane hogging it. Flaps 3. Cabin time. Cabin crew. Seats for landing, please. Flaps full. And we have continue for arrival. Is that because there's a plane on final?
Brickyard 5678, exit right
Might
at
be.
Charlie 2.
Exit right at Charlie 2. Brickyard 5678.
Alright, Brickyard is exiting, so AP's off. My aircraft, we have a crosswind of 18 knots right now.
Brickyard 5678. Monitor ground 1.
Now this plane, you got to be really cautious on
Ground 121.9er,
your controls. Too much
Brickyard
left or right,
5678.
and the plane's going to go
Good day.
in crazy directions. Bring up that nose.
FedEx 846 Heavy. Wind 120 at 8. Gusts 15. Runway 18 center cleared to land.
Clear to land.
Runway
15
18 center cleared to land.
Gusting winds,
FedEx 846 Heavy.
but they're gusting at 120. Yeah, it's still crosswind. Okay. Bring up the nose, bring up the nose. We don't want to land on FedEx. We don't want to land on FedEx. Oh, man. Whoa.
100 above.
Steady it. Steady it. There's a plane crossing the runway. That's kind of scary. All right, bring that nose down.
300.
Oh, that crosswind is not playing around. All right, steady,
200.
steady. Bring that nose down. It's a big plane, so not too low. We don't have to hit center line because we're not
20,
using APL.
80,
I mean, not using Blue Sky.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20, retard,
Idle.
10, 5,
Hold it. There's a touchdown. Let the nose come down gently. Gently. There's American. Reversers coming out. Welcome to Memphis, Tennessee. We just clipped their wings. Our reversers are stowed. Gear going up.
FedEx 846
And we made it to Charlie 2. Even better.
Exit left at Echo.
Alright,
FedEx
landing lights coming
846 Heavy.
off. Spoilers are disarmed. Landing lights off. That's good there. Yeah, like it's good. I get hesitations here though.
Contact ground
And we weren't seeing this. We did a couple flights here recently, haven't we? Haven't we?
121.9er, FedEx
And I haven't gotten those
846 Heavy.
hesitations like this. You know, it's like that. And you can see it's struggling. It's struggling. All right, we're gonna take a turn right here. I definitely need to calibrate my throttles though. All right. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Turning final now. I wish I could see you. Wish multiplayer wasn't broken. Are you doing 18 center? Which runway did you get, P2? I know the flight had 9. Hopefully you're capturing some videos to put on your YouTube channel. Will, jeez. P2 does much better job at his YouTube shorts than I do. He actually has like BeyondATC on there and all that. Mine is just boring. Alright, landing lights are... sorry. Taxi lights are being turned off.
Charlie 5, Blue Streak 5040.
Alright. And parking brake is set. We're going to turn off BeyondATC traffic because we're going to test to see how traffic is... You're getting 18 center? Okay. So traffic is off now. Let's go external to plane. And yeah, it's nice and smooth. So definitely traffic is playing a factor into it. We don't see P2 anywhere. Damn. Sorry, P2. P2's invisible, but he's coming in. But yeah, you see, as soon as I pan over to this plane, that's where the stutters happen. Again, they're not terrible. It's not terrible, but comparing it to like the FENIX, it seems to be a little bit on the heavier side. But much better in Sim Update 4. Much, much better. Let's go to ground power. GPU's on. Chocks are set. And then I'm also going to, so I don't forget, let's go into options real quick. And I want to turn on... Is it this one? No, which one was it? Aircraft. I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. On GPU. And then I also want to do auto remove covers, auto... I don't want to do that one, just covers. Okay, perfect. Now let's go up here to the top. External power on. Go down here. Normal, 1 and 2. Engines are coming off. I'm recording, but no one watches my views. It will come, P2. It will come. Okay, so I want to test this. Yeah, the wind is not fun. It's a 15. I had a 15 gusting wind. We're going to test. Oh, hold on. We're going to see what we got with APL. I want to just see what auto FPS does real quick here. With another plane. I'm not going to do a flight, like a full flight or anything. I'm just going to load up on the runway. All right, we got 100% with APL and a 128 landing rate. I will take it. 128 landing rate. Fantastic. And my next flight, I have scheduled on the book, which might be a perfect test flight for me to do with the DC-11, is Pittsburgh to Cleveland. It's 92 nautical miles. Might be a perfect flight to test it out. So I probably will do that. Probably will. Yeah, the wind, yeah, for real. The wind really doesn't mess around. So I got 12 hours so far this week with FedEx at or today's the last day, I guess. Today's Sunday. All right, I'm going to close out APL. And let's go ahead and test this really quick. So I'm just going to pick a plane. Pick a plane, any plane. The 319 will be fine. Let's do the 319. We're going to do the 319. We're going to go back to Memphis. Oh, you see me? Oh, I see you there. Hey, let's see if I can find you. Okay, let's see if we can... You're landing there. I'm going to land. I'm going to take off 18 center. All right, see if I spawn in fast enough. Let's see if I come in fast enough. Let me bring this up. All right, get everything set up. Come on, Sim. All right, FENIX loading. We're just going to see auto FPS. See, I'm already up to, well, it was up to 125. All right, come on. Steady. There's P2. Oh. It's loading. There's P. Oh, look at this. Perfect freaking timing. All right, P2 is 1.0 nautical miles out. Perfect time. This is awesome. All right. No pressure, P2. No pressure. Where's the runway? There it is. You're flying the 19? I thought you were flying the 20. Oh, yeah, you're doing a sharklet. Yeah. Pretty low there, P2. Or not, just looks low. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the Pro. Ooh, the Pro. Touchdown zone. A little off center line correcting. Uh-oh. Well done, P2. Well done, P2. Very nice. That's awesome. At least we got to see him come in. Oh, okay. So we're just gonna test real quick. Auto FPS. So I'm just gonna, let me see. How do I do this real quick? Auto FPS. Auto FPS. Okay, there's auto FPS on the screen. We're gonna make it big because this is how this test is. All right, we're gonna see if auto FPS. You see right now it's at 62. We're just gonna test to see. Parking brake is off. Okay. It's gonna yell at us all kinds of error messages. We're gonna see if we can get higher altitude or higher top of our geez, I can't even talk anymore. A terrain detail. We're gonna see if we can get higher than 62 because that's all I got with the last flight. Man, this wind isn't messing around. All right, rotate. We have no flaps. It's all right. It's all right, folks. All right, so we're just gonna fly on up here, and I think it's once we get up to like 5,000 or something like that, it will get better. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put in 10,000 for the altitude. Heading, that's fine. And climb lever. Alright, there's climb lever, I think. Maybe I can't do climb lever. Uh-oh. Alright, let's just do it. Alright, that's fine, whatever. Yeah, look at that. We're already up to 226. You see auto FPS is already at minus 472. Oh, where's my hell's my plane at? Okay. You see how much nicer it already looks? We're already up to 250 with terrain detail. So that's telling me that the innie belt's just heavy. It's a heavy plane. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Well, that's gonna end today's stream. P2 with the 472. Oh man. Bring down the gear. A lot of fun today. A lot of fun. There was really 2 good flights in the long haul there. So what we found out. Here's what I'm gonna say. What we found out when it comes to the innie-built products. They work better in Sim Update 4. There is no doubt about it that they work better in Sim Update 4. Zero questions of that. Zero questions. Sim Update 4, they definitely work a lot better. A lot better. Now, the issue, though, is that they are still not optimized properly. And even though Sim Update 4 masks some of those issues, it's mostly the sim is just better optimized so that the innie-built products can run at a somewhat stable performance. Now, if you are running at 60 FPS and you consistently are at 60 FPS, I think it's going to run just fine. But someone like me, I run at 100 FPS, and most of the time I can get between that 90 and 100 FPS with almost every aircraft, with the exception of innie-built products. So I do want to do a test at some point when it comes to the compatible version to see if I can get auto FPS to get up to 250 as well. But I think I saw it with the premium version. I also saw it with the 350. It's just the innie-build is very heavy in resources. So auto FPS is like, I can't do more because I don't want to sacrifice your frames. Right? So that's what I'm seeing. But again, thank everyone for the donations today, for yesterday. Those donations are going right back in the channel as I always do. But in this case, we're just like we did with Jurassic Park 1. We're buying something specifically, and that's going to be the MD-11. So today, I'm going to spend the next several hours. First, I'm going to get some food and chill for a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and purchase that MD-11. And tomorrow, we'll be flying the MD-11 here in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Once I get that time figured out, we'll go ahead and I'll get that in Discord, but likely around the same start time as we typically do, 9 a.m., 11 a.m., or 10 a.m., somewhere within that time period. Get a nice cool flight in. I'm super excited. I am super excited to fly that MD-11. So thank you again so much for the donations. They're going to be super helpful to get that, and we'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for coming on in. Take care.